Before we start, a quick word from our sponsor, eBay Live. If you've never checked it out, eBay Live is eBay's live shopping experience built for collectors. It's where you find rare, exclusive, and hard-to-find items through live auctions and special drops you can only get there. What makes it different is the energy and the community. Real sellers, engaging hosts like Sports Cards Nonsense, and streamers that make it fun and interactive. It's all backed by eBay's protection and authenticity guarantees, so you can shop with confidence. Just download the eBay app and hit the eBay Live button under the search bar and jump in. Now back to your show.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to interrupt and share something really quick. So we already finished this episode. Ray and I were done. We were leaving the studio and we came across, Ray came across one of the most interesting, relevant listings that we needed to add in here really quick. So on the alt platform, there is currently a card listed for sale. It is the 2023 Disney 100 Mickey Mouse Superfractor. And what was the buy it now price on that card, Ray?
The buy it now price is currently listed on alt for $20,000.
That is wrong. Ray, you had one job. It is listed for $20 million. It is $20 million. There is the card. It is the card. It is listed for $20 million.
See, that's why
on the alt platform.
My brain malfunctioned because it's so much money.
Well, it doesn't make sense. Well, it does and it doesn't make sense. If someone buys this card, I don't know what that does for the rest of the set, what it does for the Disney population of cards, the Disney 100, Disney in general, non-sports in general. A card that would sell for $20 million is unheard of. Like in the non-sport world, it's unheard of. Mm-hmm. I mean, even it would eclipse even the Pokemon TCG, Illustrator card.
Yep.
The fact that we have this card that just got listed is huge.
On all, which is so weird.
Yeah.
So I wonder there's got to be like a relationship there.
Oh, there's a deal in place. I guarantee it. Some kind of like, hey, you get a piece of the hammer. Well, it's not in an auction, so I don't know that they get something. They get something for listing on there, 100% guaranteed. If it sells, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting too, so I've been getting word that there's going to be a big Mickey sale coming up, a big Mickey listing.
Really?
But it's not that listing. So I messaged the person because they've asked me not to say anything. And they didn't even tell me what it was. So that was the other part of it.
So
it's like
I
just
alluded to
a big Mickey being for sale. And the understanding was it could or could not be a Superfractor. So it's like, oh my goodness, what?
And
then this happens. And I'm like, oh, this is it. And I messaged them, I was like, are you kidding me? And they're like, that wasn't it.
Whoa.
That was it. So, and this is, again, my ignorance coming into this because I see all the same Disney 100 cards that you guys see. I see like there are these moment cards that is an insert. There's a few other inserts in there that are cool. The off the page inserts in the Disney 100 set. But there's another one that I don't know if I had seen this before. It is the Mickey Mouse Platinum card from the Disney 100 set. The Topps Disney 100, same set. And it is a one-of-one Mickey, and it is a Mickey all in platinum, and it is currently listed on eBay for $3.5 million.
I didn't even know that existed.
Right? That's the thing. I was like, I feel bad and dumb for not knowing that was there. So
was that on the checklist?
Yeah. I mean, it was in the set, but it's like I didn't know those platinums. I hadn't seen them for sale. Like they don't come up very often. I'll tell you that much. But the fact is, we now have $23.5 million in Superfractor Disneys available for purchase. Granted, one is considerably higher than the other, but I don't know what's going to happen. And that's why we had to come back on here and talk about it. The Superfractor of Mickey Mouse, the non-platinum version, so the 2023 base Mickey as a one-of-one Superfractor, it is in a PSA 9.
PSA 9.
Platinum Mickey is in a PSA 8.
And that is confirmed PSA 9.
Yes, it is. It's not 90,000, right?
Correct.
It's just,
correct.
Okay, it is a PSA 9. But I don't know how this affects anything at this very moment because neither of these things have sold. But just the simple fact that you're getting a $3.5 million and a 20 million card from these sets, the 2 cards from these sets, it really makes me question what we're going to see with this market, because I thought we'd already exploded. I thought we'd already gotten there. But if anybody actually buys one of these cards,
it's going to go crazy.
So listen to the rest of the show, because we talk towards the end. I talk about some other options. If you were priced out of 23 and 24 Disney, what other areas might you go into? We talk about some of that. We get into a whole lot of stuff, but had to jump back in here real quick and throw this out there. $20 million Mickey Mouse Superfractor from the 2023 Disney 100 set is on sale right now for $20 million. And that's only the news because the fact is it's $20 million. If it wasn't $20 million, we'd be talking about the $3.5 million Mickey Mouse Platinum Superfractor that is also listed on eBay.
And
right
that's
now.
the one that your friend was talking about.
That was the one that they were talking about. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, back to your regularly scheduled episode. Listen and enjoy. Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense.
You caught me off guard there, sports boy.
Well, you know what? When we
I gotta
come
keep
in,
my head on a swivel.
this is a big episode for us. This is the new episode. This is the first episode with a new office, new studio in general, and the new logo.
The new logo, ladies and gentlemen, the rebrand of Hobby Nonsense. So we don't.
The less suable Hobby Nonsense logo has been debuted, and
so Disney doesn't take all of our shillings.
there's a little guy. We have a little guy now. We have our own little guy,
little mascot.
We're still trying to figure out the name for him, because when you see it, because I recognize that a lot of you are going to be listening to this. I'm going to try and
That's why you need to go over to the YouTube and watch us, because we're really handsome.
I mean, really handsome. You can also check out what the studio looks like. In fact,
and ladies, we're married.
Take it easy, ladies.
Take it easy.
But what you'll end up seeing is the main color theme is yellow. It's like a gold, actually, gold and black, in homage to Ray and I's, I guess, meeting time. The time where we met was middle school.
Yeah.
And then when we went to high school together, all throughout, we were the Commandos. We were the Hawkins Commandos, and we were the Hendersonville High School Commandos, and it was black and gold.
Black and gold were school colors.
It's a theme for where we're from. Yeah, exactly. And that's it pops on camera as well. So, that's what we're going with.
It looks fantastic. So this gold, this black, this yellow, it's going to be our colors. This is what it is, gold mainly. And so I'm excited for the new rebrand. We got a lot of new merch ideas in the hopper. And yeah.
Well, and thanks to Ray, because he's been on top of this. You guys should see the PowerPoint that he had for me after he got back from vacation with our branding and our mission statement and goals. And it was just man, I'll tell you, it gets you pumped, because he was so in.
I'm pumped, man.
And I will say, even though it's not displayed anywhere at this moment, collect what you like. Or collect what you love. Is it collect what you like? I think like is probably...
I said like.
Because you don't have to love something.
Did I say like, or is it love?
I'm going to say collect what you like.
Collect what you like. I think it's collect what you like.
So that's the mission statement, right?
The mission statement, the motto.
The motto, maybe not mission statement.
Or catchphrase, if you like.
Whatever it is, it's something we believe in full force, and we want it to be something resonated with our branding. We talk about a lot of weird and wacky stuff. A lot of it's card, but a lot of it's not card as well. We'll do Legos. We'll do Funko Pops. We'll do a little bit of everything throughout the time that we were running this company. And it will always be the heart of that. Collect what you like.
Collect what you like.
So,
collect what you like.
In this episode, we are not just going to talk about things that you can't see if you're just listening only, but we will be getting more involved with a little vintage conversation. Ryan Nolan. And it's not fair that Ryan's parents named him Ryan Nolan when they knew good and well that there was a Nolan Ryan out there. But Ryan Nolan, who I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar, he's been on this podcast before. He is genius, absolute genius when it comes to vintage non-sport cards. And with the rise in Disney, we're seeing a rise in Marvel, a lot of just non-sport in general, modern stuff. But what we're also starting to see is some vintage getting some more attention. Disney vintage, but also he's going to talk about maybe a few of the areas that we may not know about already that's seen some increase in popularity. But he's also going to talk about what he saw at the National as well, because that's where you're going to see a lot of vintage non-sport in person.
At the National?
Yeah. So we'll be talking about that. We've got some records that have been set as far as card sales go, which just, again, kind of goes to show the time period that we are in this hobby right now. And just a lot of just nonsense to go along with all of this.
A lot of nonsense.
We got some breaks. In fact, let me just throw that out there first. In the next 24 hours, our friend Ray here, Ray is going to be breaking WWE Decades on Fanatics Live on the Hobby Nonsense channel. That was in a UK exclusive product that we are very fortunate to get from our buddies in the third down. They brought it over to the National. Ray's going to be breaking on Fanatics Live tomorrow night, Tuesday night. Unfortunately, you guys will not have heard that at this point.
It could be a possibility that we didn't sell enough spots. So if you see it listed on Fanatics Live, come over, say hi, even let's hang out. I really like this product. Of course, we're breaking a case, 10 boxes in a case, an autograph per box. And we're talking about the 90s product is from WWE 1990 through the Attitude Era 1999 to the early, and it's awesome. It's got everything from Hulk Hogan autos, Terry Funk autos, to Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stephanie McMahon, The Rock, Triple H.
So a lot of the ones that are still popular today, but obviously even more so back then.
Repo Man and, you know, Typhoon and Hurricane, like the weird 90s.
Yeah. That's kind of fun. I am actually excited to see what those cards end up looking like. The other, and we'll talk more wrestling too as we get into WWE Universe as well. But on Wednesday, well, actually, when you're listening to this, I'm guessing this is going to be the release day for Star Wars Galaxy. I am live over on Fanatics Live. If you want to come and say, hey, I just listened to you say this, and now I'm listening to you talk about Galaxy, I'll be live all day breaking Galaxy, so that'll be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's kind of like, as far as like new product this week breaks go, that's what's going on. But there's other new products. I think I already mentioned WWE Universe. Did you happen to get any of the pre-sale?
No, I didn't. I forgot all about it, to be honest. I had an eye doctor appointment, and then I went to lunch and I completely blanked.
I have to set an alarm. If I don't, like, not even a calendar invite, I have to set an alarm on my phone to like look at my phone right then so I can go out there and get it.
When I remembered, I went on there and there was only Megas and Blasters left, which if you want some Megas and Blasters for retail, that's fantastic.
Yeah, but you're looking for the hobby.
But the Megas, $49.99. The value box is $24.99, and the hobby box, which is a fantastic value. So if you're a wrestling collector, if you're a wrestling trading card collector, or just a wrestling fan in general, I think this might be the best bang for your buck. I loved opening Universe last year. This is the 2026 Universe. So for $149, that's what the hobby box costs, retail. It comes with 12 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 2 guaranteed autos per box, and a relic card.
Oh, dang.
For $149.
Yeah, that's an awesome deal then.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. That is retail. That was retail.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll have to see, I guess, when it comes out.
Exactly.
What everybody else is going to charge. But yeah. Obviously, WWE Universe was like a big one because of that. Like the price point was just right, and the fact that it was like loaded with a lot of stuff.
The cards are sick. It's almost like a mashup between Cosmic and Chrome. It's kind of like a little like somewhere in between, like what the cards, like the design and everything looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I'm actually messaging my rep right now just to ask like if we're getting WWE Universe allocation today as well. All right. So
I'm sure we'll be getting something.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. I was more curious if we get that today. The other one was Marvel Vault and Marvel Mint. We talked about Vault last week. They've added some new pictures to the Topps website, so we have like a little bit better view of what we're looking at in that product. There's a checklist that's out. We didn't talk about it much when we first started discussing it. This is definitely, Marvel Vault is definitely geared more towards the Marvel Studios universe, which is someone who just saw Spider-Man Brand New Day and
No spoilers. No spoilers.
I'm not, but I've also been rewatching the Infinity Stone trilogy or saga. I think that's what they call it, the Infinity Stone saga. No, it's like everything. It's like the first, I think, 23 movies or something. It's like from Iron Man all the way through, well, Endgame, and technically, I think it's Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home, I think, ends it.
Is it? Okay.
But yeah, I just finished. What is it? I want to say Step Brothers. That's not a thing. That's not in the.
I mean, it could be in some alternate Marvel reality.
Civil War. I don't know why Civil War and Step Brothers were like two things in my head that were somehow connected. It didn't make a lot of sense.
Civil War. That's when Spider-Man.
So
first appearance of the new Spider-Man. Yeah.
Well, and my daughter, who's getting into Marvel now, like in the last month or so, she's like, I want to see all of these because I want to go see the new Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, well, listen, honey. Before you see Spider-Man, you have to
years worth.
Like you have to watch all of these other ones. And so today, like we've been binging a lot.
Did
and I was like,
see the new Spider-Man?
No, I saw it by myself with a buddy.
Dolo?
I went with a buddy. She's gonna go with my cousin, I think, on tomorrow, from the time of recording. So in the past, for you listeners,
is she caught up?
Well, that's the thing. As of today, she was supposed to watch Infinity War and then in-game, and she's supposed to watch Far From Home and then No Way Home tomorrow before. And I'm like, you have 4 huge Marvel movies to watch, honey. I don't know if this is like,
you're not gonna make
maybe
it.
You just don't go see it with them. Maybe you just wait. I'll go see it again. It was really good. I liked it. But she's definitely
not
not
including
wait.
any of the shows.
Well, no shows.
You
and
know?
I'm having her skip. I was like, you know what? You can skip Doctor Strange. You can skip a few of these other ones just so you can be caught up enough for this Spider-Man movie. But I don't even like that because she's still missing stuff.
That era in time, the 12 o'clock midnight showing for the brand new Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You just had to be there.
Well, and
you just had to be there.
We're talking about this, like the Marvel movies, because not only do you have Marvel Vault, but just Marvel in general is really seeing some attention as well. Like they're the Getting Nerdy With It Instagram page that we've referenced a few times recently. They were showing like a few. I'm not going to go through every one of the hits or one of the record sales that they.
We need to
showed.
just have them on the show every week just to talk about the record.
It's the Mamba Breaks guys. The guys, they break over on TikTok a lot of non-sports stuff, and so they've been doing. They run that channel, I believe, exclusively. I don't think there's anybody else running it, but going through there and seeing what the sales are doing, I'm like, I think we are really at a, I don't want to say if tipping point is the right word, but we have seen Disney do what it's done, right? Like 23, 24. I am also going to go out on a limb and say 25 is next. Along with like Lorcana. Lorcana is like a different beast because we're talking TCG.
Yeah.
But if we're talking just in the card universe, the trading card universe, not the TCG universe, which is funny because TCG is trading card game.
Correct.
We're talking the non-gaming universe.
Yes.
I think 24 Marvel, both Chrome and Sapphire, is the play right now. And I've tried.
And not
the comic were, because Marvel Studios didn't come out till 25.
Gotcha.
So but 24 Marvel, if you have some already, you've probably already started to notice like, oh, single sales are going up. Well, boxes are going up as well. And I went out this weekend trying to find some. Like I tried to find a case of Marvel Chrome and a case of Marvel Studio because they were not crazy unaffordable. Like, I mean, when we're talking 23 Disney, those cases are now, they're unaffordable. I would guess they are into the 6 figures because the last time it was selling at I think 78,000. What I think is what we talked about just about a few weeks ago, and now box prices in some cases have exceeded 5 figures. So that means $10,000 plus for a box of that. And there's 12 boxes in a case. So yeah, you're looking at like 120 grand more than likely for a case of that. So when you're looking at 15, because that's what there was someone who had a case of 24 Marvel listed for I think they had it at $16,999 on eBay. So $17,000. I went out and I started messaging with them because I'd seen it there for a few weeks. And I was just like, this hasn't popped off yet. Maybe I can get it a little cheaper. And I was talking with them. I have never been more upset with myself. The eBay has a feature where you can, if you have a resale license, you can buy things without the tax charge. And that's why I was like, hey, I mean, I know what this sounds like. Just so you know, like I do a couple podcasts. This is my name. If you would be interested in selling this like in another platform or using a middleman, I recognize it's like a little sketchy, but I'm trying not to do the tax thing. And I didn't realize at the time though, that I could go out there and just insert a form. So I don't have to do that. I do now, but unfortunately in the time where he's like, yeah, I would take 15 for it. Cause I got him to say 15 was okay. He's like, but I don't want to take it off the platform. And I'm like messaging him back, but it was on a day we were recording the podcast. And so it was like a few hours later and I was like, all right, so what, tell me what to do and we'll get this done. He's like, I just sold it. So, but he didn't sell it on the platform though, because it doesn't show sold on there. So he must have sold it somewhere else. So I'm like, dang it. Or he just
told you that he sold it. So
or he took it down and he's
that's
keeping
like
it.
the number one rule when you're a eBay seller or a buyer. Mm-hmm. Is that whenever someone messages you, do not ever go off platform.
I know. I'm breaking the rules by doing it. I recognize that.
And then you can't even put a phone number or an email address in the chat. And so what some people do is they'll put it on their notes, take a picture of the notes, and then upload the photo.
There we go. Now we're getting. We're skirting all the rules.
You didn't hear from me.
Well, so I missed that opportunity, and then I went out on DealerNet, and I was like, you know what? I'll just go look on there, see if anybody's selling any. Nobody was selling any chrome, but there was somebody who had a case of sapphire listed, and it was on there for $15,000. And I was like, DealerNet is not like where it's typically not like where it's like, oh, I just left it up there and I forgot about it and people have been making offers to me. If you don't accept an offer, your score goes down. It's affecting you. So it's like, you don't want to do that.
Like always have to be continuously selling.
If you have it up, it needs to be an active sale. It can't just be like, oh, I put this up there years ago and I forgot all about it or something like that.
Put it like a crazy price. If it sells, This is like
I mean, you can do it, but it's like if you get an offer, you have to respond. So I was just like, well, this guy's going to respond in one way or another. And at first I put in an offer. I was like, because he had it at 15. I was like, well, hey, I don't know. Like it's not popping off yet. Maybe I can get it for less. So I put in 14, and then I was like, you know what? No. I ended up talking to Justin Underwood over at Spidey Hits, and he is such a genius when it comes to Marvel. He has like the highest graded PSA Spider-Man comic book that's been making the rounds.
PSA just made that little video on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's like a PSA 7. Is it issue 1? I'm not.
First appearance of Spider-Man.
Yeah. So
Amazing Spider-Man.
That was Justin, and he's been on this pod. I think he's come on the pod before.
If not, we need to have him on the pod.
I 100% agree. But we talked for like 30 minutes that night. And I was just like, by the time I was done, I was like, no. I'm like rescinding my offer. I'm just going to buy it outright. So I hit buy. And what you have to do though, at that point is you have to wait for them to accept it, which I'm just like, you know what, if I put an offer out there to sell it and there's no caveats and I hit buy, it should be buy. So DealerNet, if you're listening, you guys got to fix that. Yeah. Cause what happened is he had to accept, and you know what I got? I got a decline, and then he took it down. So didn't care for that at all. Didn't care for that one bit, because it's like, it makes me wonder if he just put it up there to gauge interest or if he forgot it was up there or whatever. But it's like, if you're putting it up and someone goes out to buy, I should. So anyway, I'm just butthurt because I didn't get it. I wanted it.
I've been kind of, and maybe we can talk about this after Nolan comes on, but
Ryan comes on.
Yeah, Ryan comes on.
Yeah, Ryan Nolan. Yeah.
I like to call him by his last name.
Me too.
But I feel like, because social media is so big now, I wonder if people are making like fake videos and fake offers and stuff like that to be able to like,
I do
have like okay, this guy offered me this much.
Yeah.
It's like, I need this or more.
Yeah, I think so. Well, and so to circle back around, all of this goes back to, that I said getting nerdy in it. The Instagram page was showing some of the sales. 2026 Venom 1 of 1. So like this year's Venom, which granted, it was a really good product. just sold for $31,000. The Superfractor.
That's crazy.
Raw, you know,
And that's not the one with the, like the facsimile auto. It's just the one of one.
Yeah, just the one of one. Now, listen to this. A gold refractor Spider-Man from 24 just sold August 5th out of 50. So gold is out of 50. Just sold as a PSA 10 for $25,000.
Out of 50?
Out of 50.
So if you have like an out of 10 or out of 5,
right?
Definitely if you have a one of one, like
you're well into the six figures. Yeah. But I mean, it's not that insane considering as like what some of these have sold for in the past.
Out of 2025?
But an out of 50 selling for, this is 2024. So this is the year that I'm it's like the rookie year, the first year that Topps started doing this. Now, Upper Deck, granted, has had product for a long time. And Justin and I were talking about this. It's like, it's just, I think it's like a gradability. Like some of those were not as gradable as 24 was because, you know, it came from the Italian factory, which they're just known for making better product. And so was this year's. 26 was made in Italy as well. And it's also, it has to do with artwork and things like that. Like what's more popular. And 24 was just, it was great. Granted, I think this year's artwork may be even better than 24, at least in some cases. Definitely better in the case of Wolverine. But yeah, we are seeing something very similar happening in the Marvel space as we are in the Disney space. I'm not going to say it's going to pop off as high and as big as Disney has, but something's happening. And there's similar things going on in Star Wars as well. Now that's a different thing, and we don't have time because Ryan is in the waiting room. So let's continue more of that conversation later. Let's go ahead and bring on Ryan Nolan, our non-sport vintage expert.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
Ryan Nolan has joined us from Florida, right? You're still a Florida native.
Look at him.
I'm in Florida.
Okay.
He's got that Floridian glow to him.
He does. Well, have you been running any ultra marathons since we've talked to you?
Yeah, I did a 75 miler in northern Florida. That was a tough one. Florida Death Race.
I can assume that like the community of racers it's not that large that do like ultra marathons, right?
I think it's a pretty large community, actually.
Really?
Wow.
Dang, I was going to ask if you knew a guy named Jonathan French, but now I'm guessing you probably don't. He does a lot of, it's my cousin-in-law. So yeah, I just found out when they got married, I was like, so what do you do for fun? He's like, oh, I run 100 miles for these marathons. I'm like,
let's look him up on Ultra Sign Up.
Oh yeah. See if he's on there. Jonathan French. He's doing them pretty constantly. I'm just like, what do you mean? Like you're running 100 miles.
That's amazing.
I'm like,
he's running a race in Florida next year.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I was just like, that's what cars do. not people. Yeah. People don't do 100 miles. Cars do that.
That's amazing.
It was tough, man. There's a gate towards the very end of that race. It was like a cylinder gate where you have to step over the steps and jump over barbed wire. And
whoa,
your legs are fatigued over 65 miles. You're like, please don't hit this barbed wire.
Dear Lord, yeah.
Dude, your cousin-in-law sounds like a pretty cool guy.
He's cool. I like him. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I will say the whole 100-mile ultra marathon thing is a real red flag in my mind. But whatever.
Does he collect running cards?
I don't think so.
Is that a thing?
He's a big fisher.
That is, yeah. So,
wow.
Maybe we'll talk about a little bit, but some of the best pre-war sports cards are some of the running cards in the 1800s.
Oh.
Actually, one of the first sets. There is a runner called Frank Hart, African-American runner, one of the first African-American cards that they ever produced in the 1880s.
That is really cool. It makes sense. Like you think there's probably a Jesse Owens card out there or something like that, but
there's lots. Yeah. Jesse Owens has a few cards from 35, which can be a little bit tough. And then he has a bunch in 36.
Well, and so we're already getting into it. This is kind of the point of like having Ryan on here, because Ryan is legit a encyclopedia of knowledge when it comes to non-sport.
He's
like,
a savant.
It is like, it's very impressive. And you went to the National, you saw a lot of non-sport stuff. Well, and I want to give you, at the end of this, I want you to plug like where people can come and find you, to watch your videos, to listen to you discuss this more in depth. But today I told you specifically, I would love to talk about some of the Disney and Marvel vintage, because I've seen that specifically jumping, and I know like already the Disney market's insane. And then maybe we can talk a little bit about national stuff and anything else you see that's going up or people are having a renewed interest in. So starting with Disney and or Marvel, wherever you'd like to start there, what have you been seeing in those markets?
I will say I wish I bought some of these cards because it's not what I collect. And I'd see these comps on it, and I'm like,
yeah.
Well, man.
What years are we talking here too? Because we're not talking about like anything from the last decade. You're talking about like stuff that has had increases in comps.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Like Disney stuff, we're going to talk about some of the 1930s sets, and Marvel, we'll talk about some of the 1960s. And man, when I see some of these comps, I'm shaking my head. I'm like, although I don't personally collect it, I should have grabbed a few copies.
Right.
I knew better back then. And you know what the sad part is? I sold, I want to say 7 or 8 1931 Will's Disney cards last year. I look at the comps now, I'm like,
dude.
You know, the sad thing is my dad collects non-sports cards too. He said, you should have kept the 31 Wills. I told him, nah, they made a lot of them. And now I look at the comps. We'll talk about the comps in a second. He's like, I told you so. I will take that one. I was wrong.
Well, and here's the thing. Who knew? Because like you would have thought, I know for me, I would have thought for a long time that this should already be a thing. Like if it was going to be a thing, it would be a thing. People would be, and it's not that it wasn't, because there was value and people were collecting them, but they hadn't jumped in value. And there have been how many decades between the time that they came out and now? I guess it's pretty easy math, 9 decades since they've come out. And it's like, why haven't they jumped until now? And it's funny how it feels like the ultra modern has given way to the increase in demand for the vintage of this set.
It definitely has. And you know, there's some of the vintage collectors that always despise ultra modern. Oh, I hate ultra modern. This is a great thing. I think it's awesome that Topps and other companies, Upper Deck as well, are making non-sports cards, because if you don't have the new side of the market, those collectors are never going to trickle to the older cards.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like too, like we are seeing the non-sport just genre or side of this hobby increase so much that I think you'd be hard pressed to find a IP or a collectible card in this space that's not seeing some kind of increase. Now, granted, I don't know about like really old historical non-sports stuff. If that is,
man, we'll talk about those.
Okay,
that has been one of the biggest growth levers.
Really,
in non-sports.
Okay,
we'll talk about Lincoln stuff. Lincoln market has absolutely exploded. I think out of all the markets, the one that I'm kind of surprised hasn't really grown is a lot of the music cards.
Oh, so, really?
It's interesting because you have like at the National or other card shows, you have dealers that will play classic rock music. They'll play Led Zeppelin at their booth. They'll play Black Sabbath. But those cards, obviously minus like Sabbath last year with Ozzy passing, they really haven't grown as much as the other non-sports segments, especially with music having a lot of really obscure and rare cards. You just haven't seen that as much of a growth. Maybe it'll change in the future. No, and I will personally say I have a ton of music cards. That's one of the big segments. I'm not trying to push this to make those comps up.
Yeah.
I'm just saying from the data perspective, music has not grown. Historical figures have grown. Marvel has grown, Disney has grown, but it feels like that's the other market that hasn't taken off.
Well, and I've got a few myself. I would love to see the music genre of non-sport collecting go up, but that's one of those two where I'm trying to keep up with the Disney and Marvel and everything else right now. It's like I'm kind of okay with it not at this moment because it's like gives me time to focus on one thing. And I also feel like it's like there's only so many non-sport collectors, even though I think it's definitely growing. I think we're seeing a lot of even sport card guys coming over and just brand new card collectors in general coming over. Disney has like the pin collectors and there's like the Lorcana guys and they're coming over too. So we do have a lot of new people entering this space to some degree, but yeah, I think there's only so much out there right now where it's like, okay, I don't know if everything can just pop off because it's all like, it's like, because there's got to be, like some people having expertise in some of this. And it honestly, it'd make me a little nervous if everything just popped off at one time. But that said, going back to Disney, the 1930s, I bought a 1935 gum ink Mickey Mouse card in the last week. Is that a good thing, or did I make a mistake?
Yes, but what card number?
So it matters which card number.
Ooh.
Well, there's two things: the card number as well as type.
So I didn't get the type 1. I got type 2, and it's card 28. It does have Mickey featured on it, and funny enough, we're talking about music. He is playing a saxophone on there. But
that's a cool one.
I was talking to my buddy Funkle, who's a big Disney guy in general, and he's been buying some vintage stuff. And he was talking about apparently it's like type 1 of these cards is the more desirable ones. Is this correct?
He's getting
Yes.
getting his.
I was
right
actually
now.
going to see if I actually bought a few in a bargain bin at the National. Funny enough.
Oh, did you really?
I know they're like, yeah, they're in one of my stacks over here. I have like 10 National stacks, so apologies. But do you know the differences between type 1 and type 2?
So what I was told was on type 1, they've got like little, is it jokes or riddles or questions or something like that?
So take a look. This is one of these cards. I don't know how well this is up here.
Yeah.
But essentially they have a question here at the bottom. So this one says, here's the answer to question on card number 93. So, and you can see on the back, it has the solution. So what ended up happening with type 1 and type 2, type 1 has its own answer on the back.
Yes.
Type 2 has an answer to a different card. We know that type 1s were the first ones produced because it didn't really incentivize people to purchase more cards. And then they thought about it like, well, if we put the answer on another card, that means another pack that is going to sell.
Which makes sense.
So because of that, the type 1s are a little bit rare. I don't know the pops on top of my head. I'm just going to be fully transparent. I don't know what the pop of type 1 versus type 2 is. But there's a lot of sections of the set that have really exploded. Are you familiar with the high numbers in the set and also the different distinction in Burdick's catalog?
No, I have now effectively given you all of the information I have about the 1935 Mickey cards.
So let me take a few steps back because I'm sure someone's like, what the heck is Burdick?
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So Jefferson Burdick, he's the guy that cataloged all these sets. So if you look at why a set is called a T206, that is Jefferson Burdick's work. He would catalog all the baseball sets. He would catalog as many non-sports sets as possible. Obviously, Burdick couldn't document everything because he just didn't get access to all the different cards, but he did a fantastic job. Now, when it came to this Disney set, for whatever reason, he had two different designations. He had an R89 for the first half of the set, and then he had R90 for the second half. And the R90s are kind of like the high numbers in the set. They are really, really tough to find. Like you're talking about like, again, this is just estimating on top of my head, not factual data, probably at least 5 to 10 times tougher than some of the earlier cards over there. But what made that part of the set more interesting is it had other outside characters. So we'll talk about some of the individuals that were on there, but there was like a comedic duo called Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with those?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're also in the 1931 Will set, which, funny enough, the pair, Laurel and Hardy, at one point was more expensive than Walt Disney in that card set.
What? Really? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, because they were a famous comedic duo. A lot of people wanted those. And even going over to the UK, like I've gone to the UK for card shows and talked to a lot of vintage collectors, some of them still price Laurel and Hardy the same. Well, not now because of the comps, but years ago, they would price it the same as Walt Disney. But regardless, those top numbers are very, very tough to get. If you're looking at the set in general, the cards that typically do the best is card number 1. I believe it's Let's Do a Hoopy on there. And then there's the one where Walt is drawing Mickey Mouse on that sketchboard. That one also does extremely well. I don't know if you want to pull up a photo or something like that. I do not own that card, but those have, I will say during the National itself, those cards doubled in comps just based off of people knowing that they existed.
That was the 1931, is that what you're referring to? Or the 1935?
1935.
It was, okay.
If you want to look that up
so is
right now.
Card number 1, and then what was the other card number?
I think it's in the 20s. It's Walt Disney drawing Mickey Mouse.
Okay, let me just look. So Walt Disney. I am curious because I'd love to, at least for Ray and I, to be able to see something of this.
I'm looking for that card.
Oh, I see it now. Oh my goodness. There's one. All right. So there's one for sale as a SGC 1. and they're asking $3,500 for it. There you go, Ray. You see this thing? Like,
wow,
$3,500 for an SGC
That's not too
one
bad.
of that card. I mean, I don't know if it's that's a lot of money considering it's like I bought it was a SGC 4.
Mhm.
Again, it was a Type 2 and it's not this card, and it was like card 89 or something. And I think I paid $260, $250 for it.
Okay.
So yeah,
there's a huge jump for those two because people want card 1 in the set. Like we see with other non-sport sets, people want to get card 21 because he's drawing Mickey Mouse. And then the high numbers, those are the ones that people really, really want. Look up the Laurel and Hardy one, 1935 gum, Laurel and Hardy.
All right. Oh, by the way, there is a raw one for 3,000 out there. What do you think? Like, are those numbers? I mean, I know you probably don't even know, but are those numbers realistic? Like 3,000, 3,500?
I used to say probably not, but with how much these have gone up over the last 2 months,
yeah,
maybe,
yeah.
I mean, the thing with it as well, if someone watches this in like 3 months or 6 months or a year, they might laugh at this like, oh, that's way more expensive now. There's no way to predict what a comp is in a year from now with non-sports.
That's fair. I'm trying to find, I see some 1935 Laurel and Hardy cards. I'm trying to find, and so this also brings me to another question. I've seen some of these 1935 Disney cards listed as O-Pee-Chee, and I've seen them listed as gum.
They made an O-Pee-Chee set out of Canada, and they also had, I want to say, a Spanish version, which was kind of a knockoff as well. One other weird quirk about this set, someone posted this recently. They think it could be a 1933 release instead of a 35 because they found like an album promoting it in 1933. So although the companies and maybe Burdick announced this as a 1935 set, there is a slight possibility these are from 1933. I say slight. I haven't looked at the evidence. I obviously am not the person that makes that final determination on what the hobby believes, but
sure,
it is possible that these are a 33 and not a 35 set.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep looking for it. I haven't found one. I was looking on eBay for one. Just
you won't find the high numbers on eBay. They're that tough. It's a R90 designation. You're going to have to just Google search that.
Okay.
They had one, I believe, with Frankenstein as well and some of the other actors of the era. It's actually really, really cool.
So obviously these cards are increasing. You said that the card 1, and then we've determined that it was card 21. Those two are the ones that are most popular. Type 1 cards are also more popular than not. And this is something that you found at the National. I know Funkel found some at the National as well. Is this something that had much collector base before this Disney bump?
100%.
Okay.
Even the high number stuff, so like that Laurel and Hardy, and I just use that as a reference because we'll talk about it in 31. But even that card alone years ago was a $500 to $1,000 card plus, depending on the grade.
Oh, by the way, I believe I have found it. It's like Laurel and Hardy, like holding Mickey in their hand or something. Mickey, you're certainly handy for a laugh. That's what it looks like. It's card number 120.
That's
according
a great
to
looking
this
card.
It is a cool card. So those are the bigger ones, and this one's not for sale. So I couldn't even try and figure out a price on this.
I want to say Charlie Chaplin is in that set also, or I could be wrong.
Actually, I think I may have just found that one as well. That could be card number 116.
Read off some of the names that are in the high number series.
That's a good point. Yeah, I can look into that. But yeah, so this is not obviously the first Disney cards, or because I mean, I think a lot of people view the 1931 Disney. That's the Willis card. Is that right?
Yeah, out of the UK. But that is not the first card of either of those. It's not the first Walt Disney card, and that is not the first Mickey Mouse card.
Tell me more.
Okay. So actually, Walt Disney has at least 2 confirmed cards in the 1910s, which sounds bizarre, but hear this. In the non-sports space, there's people that collect postcards. And back in the early 1910s and 1920s and stuff like that, if you were in military or other types of things, baseball teams, they would take real photo postcards and they would mail them through the mail. Well, Walt Disney has 2 confirmed real photo postcards while he was serving in the Red Cross. Now, one sold back in 2020 for, I believe, $40,000. And what's really amazing about it is the whole back of the postcard was a letter written by Walt and signed Walt Disney at the bottom.
Oh, wow. That's insane. Okay.
And another unique aspect of this card is he drew an illustration on the ambulance in the background. So look up really quick, Walt Disney Red Cross postcard.
Walt Disney Red Cross postcard. So looks like, oh, I don't know if I'm finding, is it a black and white one? Is it like a real life? It's not like an animated photo, right?
No,
it's like an actual
animated.
Of him in the Red Cross, right?
There is an ambulance back behind him. Okay, so this has got to be it. Oh, well, there's also one that's drawn. I see like a drawn version, and then I see one that's like an actual photo. I'm trying to figure out which one's which. Really yeah. While you're doing that, but this is just Walt Disney that we're talking about. We're not talking about Mickey Mouse as of yet.
But we'll talk about Mickey Mouse here in a second.
Okay.
All right, let me send you this over Facebook. Probably the easiest way, unless there's a chat in here. Is there a chat in here?
There is, but yeah, just send it. Actually, do you have it on your phone? I'll just show it. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I just sent it over here.
Okay.
That's one of the two. He has another postcard as well, but.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I had pulled up then. All right, I'm seeing it now.
Isn't that a pretty cool piece? I mean, you have the illustration in the background. You have like the military connection with the Red Cross, and it's super early with the signature on the back. Now, if that went to auction today with the Disney market picking up, what do you think? 200,000, 300,000? What do you think that would go for?
I mean, there's only what you said, 2 of them?
Well, he has another image. So that one is probably a one of a kind.
Yeah, that's really hard to say because with the Disney market being what it is right now, it's kind of unknown. How would you ever know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool on that side of things. And Mickey Mouse, on the other hand, so he actually has a set out of Barcelona in the late 20s or early 30s, which predates the Wills. I actually have a picture on my phone right now. I'll show it to you. This was a set either released in 1929 or the early 30s. Grading companies actually differ on their opinion on what year this was released. Either way, most likely before the Wills. And I'll tell you about the cool story behind this. But take a look. 1929 is the year PSA slaps this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely Mickey Mouse. 1929 is the year?
1929. These were released out of Barcelona. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, so get mad at me all you want. Juncosa chocolate. So this was out over there. And it was a story about Mickey Mouse entering a like Halloween haunted house. There's multiple cards in the set. And what I've heard from a dealer that has it, he got an offer of over $30,000 for card 1 in a 6.
Oh, wow. Card 1 of 6.
Oh, no. Card 1 in a PSA 6.
Oh, card 1 in a PSA 6. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, looking at some of the ones from 1935, it's been hard to find anything like the SGC 4 that I found seemed to be one of the highest grades I could find. Most of these are 1s or 2s.
In bad shape. Yeah.
So to hear of one from 29 and it's a 6, that's actually, I mean, it's
pretty nice.
I wonder if it would sell for even more now.
It could. I mean, the thing is, not a lot of people know about that set as of yet. I mean, I think a lot of people are finally learning about the Will set, which, it kind of hurts it being an overseas issue. It really shouldn't, but there are some collectors that only want American cards. And I think also that is one of the benefits of that 33 or 35 gum ink set. That is a US issue versus the Wills is out of the UK. And then that issue over there is out of Spain.
Okay. So obviously but there's still a market now for the Wills card. Cause I mean, a Wills.
Yeah, that card, in my personal opinion, is like the 33 Gaudy Babe Ruth of non-sports, where everyone wants that card.
Well, and I'm looking to last night. It looks like on eBay, there was a PSA 4 of the 1931 Walt Disney sold for $3,000.
It makes me sick that I sold all mine for like $400 last year. And I sold a bunch of them.
I wonder if this is right. I'm pulling this into
I'm
Card
telling you,
Ladder
that market has gone up a lot. So I can tell you from a private sale that a dealer told me that he sold 2 PSA 8s over the last month. One sold for $10,000. One sold for $19,000. There's a PSA 9 right now. I want to say at Heritage or REA, one of the auction houses. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets close to $100,000.
So to put this in perspective, people, back because we've sold one of these. I think, in fact, I wonder if it's on Card Letter. Oh, it is. Well, Funkle sold one on his channel. This was on May 18th. It was a PSA 4 sold for $850. And that card that sold yesterday, actually, it looks like it was a buy or a best offer. It was not 3,000, but it was still 2,500 for a PSA 4.
Great comp, though.
I know, right? So, and this is what, August 9th is when that sold. On August or July 20th, a PSA 7.5 sold for 4,800. I would like that market has jumped significantly. If a 7.5 sold for 4,800, but now we're seeing a PSA 4 sold for 25, there's no way. That 7.5 is at least 5 figures, I would guess, at this point.
I think so too.
Wow. Okay. So but you said there's a lot of that printed?
So a lot of it being like probably between 500 and 1,000 or 1,500.
Okay.
I know a lot. I used to know a decent amount of those that were raw still in the UK. I don't know if they ended up getting bought out or whatnot, but there's a lot of UK collectors had a bunch of 1931 wheel sets. So it was like a more of a mass produced set rather than some of the rare issues. Like that 1929 set, much tougher issue. That 1935 set, much tougher issue.
Well, now I'm going to be looking out for this card as well. All right. So we talked a little bit about Disney. What about the Marvel market? Because I know we just saw that record 1966 Donruss Marvel Spider-Man sell for, it was a PSA 8 sell for 25,000. And I think the last sale was like 6,600.
Did you see that there's a 9 at auction right now? It's like at 75,000 or something like that.
Shut up. Is it really?
Yeah. I saw someone post it today. Let me get the exact figure. So
holy
dude, I can't believe it. Have
you had any of these cards?
25,000. I'm like, what is going on with this market? And then someone forwarded me the 9 that's still at auction.
Yeah, because I mean, I have like, and I don't know if this is affecting any of the other cards in there other than like the first appearance ones. Oh yeah, it is 72,600.
And this was posted by Comics Savvy, something like that. Savvy.
Who's it?
Sorry.
What auction house is it with?
Maybe it's an eBay. I could be wrong. It didn't say an auction.
I'll have to look because yeah, I'm very curious how much longer it has on it. But the 1966 Donruss is one of the ones that obviously Gary V's been talking about as well. We've been seeing more people leaning into some of these rookie superheroes, rookie fictional character cards. Are these any that you ever had yourself?
I mean, if you look back like 6-7 years ago, you could buy these cards for like 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah.
You could.
Oh yeah.
Because most people did not collect these cards. They're commons, whatever else the case is, they neglected them. And really over the last 3 years, it's not even just been like the last 6 months, they've picked up. Because I do an eBay sale series for non-sports, and they would occasionally trickle in there. And then I took like 2 or 3 months off and I made the videos again. Like, this comp has to be off. And I looked it up, and some of the Spider-Mans were selling for that much. I could not believe how much they've jumped this year.
Wow. Yeah, I'm very curious if this is like something that is a flash in the pan, or if we're really seeing finally the attention being paid.
There is a ton in grading right now because everyone and their brother that has one sees these sales and they're sending them out. Granted, I don't know how many are going to populate as a 9 or an 8, but I do think the lower end of that market, maybe 1 through 3, because a lot of these are like in pretty poor shape, will get impacted. Again, this is all just my idea of non-sports. It's hard to judge this market when you have some cards that like triple in price in a year.
Yeah, right.
If you watch this in 3 or 6 months from now, I could be completely off.
Okay. Well, at least like now we are bringing attention to it. Is that like the go-to, the 1966 Donruss, if you're looking at Marvel for vintage cards?
A lot of people, that's one of the go-to sets. They love that. And then all the characters in there have multiple cards though, which make it interesting. So I want to say there's like 12 in a row of each character or 8 in a row of each character. And then it goes to the next character. So people try to get the first card in that specific sequence. Because the set I want to say is 66 cards, somewhere around there.
I mean, if it's not, it should be, given the fact that it's 1966. That'd be fun.
55 or 66 cards. I can't remember exactly. Let's see. All 66 cards. There we go.
All right. Well, let's do this because we still have more of this show to talk, and we've got to do a lot of updating on the modern market. But before we finish this up, tell me what else is going on in the world of non-sport vintage that we should be aware of, especially like if we're the casual investor and or buyer or collector in vintage non-sport. Tell us like what we should be looking at or caring about at this moment.
Historical figures of presidents have also really exploded in value. So this goes back into really Abraham Lincoln and George Washington as like 1-2. The Abraham Lincoln market has, for a while, Washington and Lincoln were about the same, but Lincoln has now eclipsed Washington. There's a set called Duke Great Americans. It's one of my favorite design sets out there. It's from 1888. And the Lincoln had 3 or 4 sales at the National and post-National as well.
Oh, wow.
This card a few years ago, like I have a PSA 4. I paid $980 for it. I want to say 4 years ago. A 4 was traded on the floor for $14,000 in Mansell cards. A 2 sold this week for $5,000.
What? Are you serious?
The Lincoln market is going insane. The other part of it, are you familiar with CDVs?
CDVs? I don't think so.
So they look like this. I'll just put a picture over here.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
essentially like these are from the 1860s or 1870s, depends like on the image. And they're essentially photographs attached to cardboard. Now, the Lincoln CDV market for famous photographers has also gone nuclear. I wish I bought some of the rare ones way back. I didn't because I didn't want to pony up the money for it. But there's a famous photographer called Matthew Brady. He essentially helped Lincoln launch his career with his top hat and did a lot of the famous photo that you see on Currency. Matthew Brady CDVs of Abraham Lincoln are now selling for $10,000 plus.
Jeez. And how many of there? I mean, there can't be many of them out there.
There's not a ton for Brady, but
yeah.
Lincoln was like the most printed subject for CDVs. Not all Lincoln CDVs are 10,000. Just to mention, all the backs of CDVs will either be blank or they'll have whoever printed it or took the photo. So you can see over here, like that is the studio that did that. But Matthew Brady is the most famous photographer for Lincoln. And the Matthew Brady market for Lincoln stuff it's really gone through the roof. Even for other generals for the Civil War, Brady stuff has gone up quite a bit, but the Lincoln is just next level there.
All right. So your overall take on the vintage non-sport market, because I was just talking to Ray, like I feel like non-sport cards are seeing a moment right now. And I'm hoping it's not just a moment. I'm hoping it's a realization by the rest of the market of like, oh, these are something that we should also care about. Just because it's not a sports card does not mean it's not collectible and desirable, because a lot of the people that collect sports, they also like the IPs that these cards are based around, but they just haven't held them in I guess the mindset of, oh, this is going to be an investment or valuable or have anything more than just nostalgic value to me. But now it feels like we are getting to that point, and that's at least for more modern sets, for more vintage. Are you noticing anything on your side?
It seems like a lot more vintage baseball card collectors are kind of gravitating over a little bit to non-sports. I think Lincoln is a little bit of that bridge for especially people that collect 1800s or really early 1900s cards that are rare. They get exposed to it, and then now they want that card in their collection. The N76 set being kind of an iconic set and something that people really like the design of is, I think, partly the reason why these are getting a bit expensive.
So if people want to find them, like where do you go? Because I'm looking on eBay. I'm not seeing a ton of them listed.
So you got to hope that there's an auction that lists it at some specific time point. There's a few dealers that also have them occasionally. Also, later this year, I'm actually launching an auction house focused around niche cards. So we're going to try our best to get some of these in consignment and sell them, but it is global card auctions, really focus on non-sports cards, CDVs, cabinets, rare foreign issues. The stuff that you're not going to see really at other auction houses or stuff that you're not going to find on eBay that often.
Wow. Okay. That's really exciting, man. That's focusing on non-sport or just everything?
Mostly non-sports, but we'll also do niche sports and things like that. Like we talked about running a little bit earlier. Not a lot of people know about running cards, but we do. So that's going to be something that we would promote, depending obviously on the card that comes in.
Very cool. Well, and I think you are going to be the right man for that job, because I mean, it's
For
like
sure.
you knowing just about. It's not just like a little bit about a lot. You know, like a lot or a decent amount about a lot. Yeah, it's a lot about a lot. I think that's really exciting, and I definitely please keep me posted when that thing gets closer to going live. We'd love to talk it up and check it out ourselves.
I really appreciate it.
This has been a lot to take in, but from what I have gathered is I'm going to be looking at some of these 1888 in 76 president cards, specifically Lincoln, but also good to know about the earlier Disney cards, because I think that is really, with Disney doing what it's doing, I think there's a lot more people looking into it, and I think a lot of people are listening to this pod today, finding out about it, and I'm glad that we've been pointed in the right direction. So Type 1, 1935, those are the bigger, more popular ones at this moment. But there's also, of course, the 1931 Wills, and then the 1929. What did we call that? That was just the postcard, right? But there's only like one or two of those.
The postcard was from the 1910s. I want to
1910s.
It was called Juncos, I want to say. Hold on, I have the picture right over here. Juncosa. I did want to make one minor clarification on that N76 set. It wasn't just presidents. It was great Americans. So they could be like inventors like Thomas Edison. So I actually have one over here to take.
Oh, that's cool. I've seen that card.
They have Mark Twain in there. Like if you look at the checklist on that set, like I recognize almost every single person over there. You have Francis Scott Key. Like it is such, and the design on these are beautiful. Have you ever seen like a 1880s Goodwin Champ set? Like these rival that for non-sports.
This is one of these, every time we talk, I feel like I'm like needing to go do a lot more research, because it's like there's going to be people that have heard this for the first time, and or they know they've seen a card before, but they just didn't know what set or what card it was. And now the popularity growing, this is definitely the time to start doing your research. So if people want to find out more about this stuff, where do they go to find the content that you've been putting out?
Yeah, you guys can check out Breakout Cards on YouTube. And then if you want to check out the auction house, Global Card Auctions, we just launched an Instagram account and our website over there as well. Our first auction isn't set in stone yet, but we're looking at an October launch over there, and really trying to grow the niche cards of the hobby. As I mentioned, non-sports like CDVs, niche sports. It's a lot of fun there.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Ryan. Mm-hmm. We really do appreciate the information and just the time you took to come over here and talk about it with us. So until next time, we wish you all the best, man.
Absolutely. No, thank you very much for having me on. It's always a blast, because I never know what direction we're going to go talking about. And it's always like, oh yeah, I love it. And then we just nerd out on this stuff.
Well, I want to do more too. So if you have more fun topics that you think of, just hit me up and maybe we can have you back on soon.
Let's do it.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
So there you go. That was Ryan Nolan. Breakout Cards. Go check him out. Wealth of information.
So it's like drinking from a
fire hose.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's
every
got
time.
But it's like there's a lot. If you like take it in piece by piece, and that's why I tried to like segment it out of like, all right, let's talk Disney, let's talk Marvel, then let's go from there. And that's where it's like, okay, I think I can grab hold of some of these pieces more digestibly. All right. I did want to throw out Haystack real quick, just because they are a supporter of the show, but it's also just one of the best tools if you haven't used it as of yet. I keep hearing they are integrating into more and more platforms. The fact that they are going to be, they've already integrated with eBay. So that's obviously what we've talked about a lot, where you scan the photos and you can just easily send them over to your eBay account and list them. But they are going to be integrating into some other platforms so that they can also have pricing data to go along with that. Some of that, I think they've maybe worked with market movers at this point, but I believe from what I'm being told is they're working with some other companies out there as well that provide pricing data. So TBD on that. But if you guys are interested in getting one, they were selling them at the show, the National, where it's like just Joe Schmo can go and get one. So it's not like a waiting list anymore. If you're interested, go check out the Haystack website. I believe it's haystack.tech. That's where you can go and find yourself one. And eBay Live. Some people have been asking, like, when's the next show on eBay Live?
When is the next show on eBay Live?
Exactly. That's what happens. People keep saying that. So the next show on eBay Live is going to be Sunday the 30th. So Sunday the 30th of August. Yeah. August, Sunday the 30th will be the next show. It's still a couple weeks out, but it will be the first in a line of shows, and that's going to take us through September. So at the end of September, Funkel's coming back out. There's another non-sport card show, the PokeFest show that happens here in Nashville. The three of us are going back out there, Ray, myself, and Funkel. And
we're going back, baby.
And that Sunday, that's when the kind of like the end of those auctions will come. He will have some more Disney stuff out there, some Disney 100, which is insane to me. Thinking back about like some of the Disney cards that we sold in those auctions for the prices that we sold them at.
Do you have some prices?
I can. Yeah, I was literally just thinking.
I'm really curious about.
You want to know what we sold them for? Yeah, I guess I can.
Because pinks are going. I mean, we've known like pinks are going crazy, and like you said, what was it last week? We were talking about how the whole set of pinks just got sold on eBay.
Oh yeah, 121,000.
Yeah, and I was doing some research because I'm looking to get into it, but I want to make sure that I'm playing my money right. There's currently one listed for 185,000 complete pink set.
Oh, a complete set.
And
that's
PSA Magazine just did if you subscribe to the PSA Magazine, the non-sports one, there's a whole article written about
Pretty in Pink
article written about the Disney 100 pink out of
2023 Disney. Yeah. Okay.
But what is the parallel? What's the number?
It's $399.
$399.
Yeah. Out of $399.
Is it the highest parallel on Disney 100?
It is. Yes. And it's an interesting set too, because it's not like it's $399, $299. They've got a
101?
100.
No. Okay.
So all the other Disney sets have had a 101. That's like the black and white speckle one. But that year it was this diamond parallel. And then they've got like an out of 28, and they've got an out of 23. 28 was, I think it was like the year Disney got started. Okay. And then 23, or was it 23 is the year and 28's, they both reference Disney in one way. I can't remember.
I think it might be 20 because, like the whole D23 conference.
Exactly. So that's one of the reasons why there's like an out of 23. Okay. And then the out of 28 has also something to do with it. Maybe it's like when Mickey came on board, or maybe something to do with Walt. I cannot remember, but that's it. Like I said, it's a little bit different on the parallels for that one. And granted, there's some other ones in there. There's some out of 50 golds and out of 25 oranges and things like that. So while we've been talking, I was pulling up our eBay lives from earlier this year with Funkel's stuff. So, oh my God. Funkel, if you're listening, turn it off. Don't listen anymore. I cannot believe I need to find what this card is selling for. So this is a 2023 Topps Disney 100 Mickey Refractor, PSA 10.
Ooh.
So just to put this in perspective, this card is selling for, at this moment, let's see. That's the pink. What's just all right. A refractor just sold yesterday, or the day before, August 8th, sold for $8,500. And
PSA 10 Mickey out of Disney 100 refractor.
Yep. We sold it on May 24th. $800. That's a 10x in the last not even 3 months.
That's insane, bro.
Here's the thing. There's Mickey's out of $299, like numbered Mickey's. There was a PSA 9 on the 24th, sold for $600. Just to, again, put this in perspective, out of $299? Let's see. Out of $299, just sold for, actually, I don't know if there have been any recent sales of Mickey Mouse Topps Disney. Oh, here, let me update some naming on here so I can find it. Mickey Mouse. Maybe it's just nobody's selling it.
Would make sense, but man, that's so crazy. I mean, we've been talking about it. Funkle and Sports Boys been screaming it from the rooftops, and we're currently continue to scream from the rooftops and how important this set is. And down the road, we just never know what it's going to be. Do you think that it's going to continue to grow, or do you think we're in this weird Disney bubble?
No, so I think we are at a time frame where there's a lot of people entering the market. I think it's a lot of people entering the non-sport market, and I think just entering the market in general. I was talking to Funkle about this, and I was talking to some other guys at a Disney dinner we had at the National, and it is
a D&D?
A D&D, a different D&D, a DDD.
DDD.
Yes, different D&D.
Do you have a group chat? Do you call it Disney Dinner Dudes?
Dang it. Missed opportunity right there, bro. Missed opportunity.
You can still change the name of the group chat.
I guess, we don't have a group chat. We should start one. Obviously, I'm going to now.
Yeah.
The Disney Dinner Dudes having the DDD, we talked a lot about like how people from other countries are coming into this, how there's, and that's the thing about 23. It was hot in the UK, and it was gaining some popularity. There were people here who knew, if you knew, you knew. And those are the ones who are holding on to stuff from like the early days. There's very few of them, but there were some. But a lot of the cards that you're still finding are coming from overseas. And that's where you're finding more people coming into the hobby as well. Like there's people in China, there's people in Germany, UK, a lot of like, I'm finding Disney 100 being sold in Italy and Spain on like the eBay sites, like when I'm going out and looking for some of this. But now it's getting to the point where it's like from a lot of collectors, they've been priced out. They're priced out of Disney 100 unless they just stumble upon some magical deal.
Yeah.
Now they're going to 24, but 24 Chrome boxes are selling for 2,500 and up. The Sapphire is Sapphire 24 because it was the first year.
I'm trying to get in,
dude.
My favorite characters, and I think now I have to get in while I can.
Well, I at the show I picked up out of 10. It was the Lightning McQueen 24 Disney Sapphire PSA 9. It's a 9, but I mean, there's only 10 of them out there, so they're not everyone's going to gem. But I picked one up at the show for a great deal, in my opinion, and I was like, you know what, Funkle, I think I want to sell it. Like the market's hot, let's sell it. And he's like, for Sapphire, give it a little bit more time. Give it a little bit more time because
Did you listen to him?
I haven't sold it yet.
Okay.
And it's not to say like, oh, give it some time because it's going to crash. It's like, just give it some time and it's going to grow more. And then hopefully the thought is like, I would personally love to just see it level out for a little bit. Because like to see it continually grow and grow and grow, that's not a great thing. We've talked about that several times, but to see it grow for a little bit longer and then just level out, I would prefer that. And I think there's a real chance of that because of the fact that there's just so little of it out there. And what that then makes me feel is, okay, well, where do people go when they're priced out of 24? Because they're already priced out of 24 Sapphire and 23 Chrome or Disney 100. But you can find a little bit of 24 Chrome still. That one's going up every day, just the same. So when they're priced out of that, where do they go? And I think 25 Chrome is a reasonable response just because we talked about this a little bit. The printing was not as good. There was a lot more of it, but they do have the first time they were using autographs from the actors and they do have reflections for the first time. There's a few other, interesting parallels that people liked in that set too. So it's like, there are positives that come with it. And so I think you're going to start seeing 25 increasing more. And there's some that are already seeing increases there. But besides that, I really think the 23 Kakao Disney 100 is being slept on right now. And it's one of those, when we were doing eBay Lives and we'd do a Disney 100 card, like when we were listing a Disney 100, people would go for it and it would do well. But when we would do a Kakao card, I was actually kind of surprised at how well it would do then as well. And I think a lot of it turned out to be, this is before the Disney boom that we're in right now. I think people just saw the card. It looked good. It showed Disney 100 on there. It was from 2023.
Yeah.
And they said to themselves, yeah, why not? I'd like that card because it's my character. It's a graded card and it is fulfilling that nostalgic need that I have. And it's affordable, more affordable than the Disney 100 was at that time. And now you're finding like, well, I want the 23 Disney 100. And I think Kakao may be the option for a lot of people when they're priced out of all this other stuff.
Kakao is the Asian company?
Yes. Yeah. I
Chinese
believe out of
specifically?
China. Yeah, I believe out of China. They've been set up at a number of the card shows, like at the Nationals the last few years, and they've been putting out other sets of the ones that are coming out with the Harry Potter TCG, and they've got like licensing for another number of other things. And I was told they got the licensing back for more Disney cards as well, because there was like a thing that I think Fanatics was trying to make sure they got the Disney licensing worldwide. Yeah, but from what I'm being told is they did not win that lawsuit or whatever the ruling was. And now Kakao is going to be making some more Disney cards. So it's like, well, knowing what the Disney market's doing in China right now, and the fact that you've got this home base company making more Disney cards, and they do make a quality card. I will say, I don't love like as someone who speaks English, I don't love that there's like a bunch of Chinese characters on there that I don't understand. However,
I mean, like with Pokemon cards, Japanese, of course. Exactly. And then now there's Chinese cards. If the card looks great, it looks great.
And that's the thing. I think that's what it comes down to for a lot of collectors. It's like, oh, well, but I like the art. And they've got cool designs. They've got fun ideas. And a lot of it's original art. And that's one thing that I think Topps could do more of, is do more original art. And I was thinking about that a lot too, switching gears just a little bit when it comes to Pokemon comparisons, because Pokemon is the strongest card market out there. Even now, we're seeing like maybe a little bit of I don't want to say like it's not a downturn, but it's a correction and or just a cooling off period. And it doesn't stop it though from still being the hottest card market as far as like the most people in it, the most people actively buying and selling cards. And what is some of the things that they enjoy about it? I think a lot of it comes down to some of that original art. And that's why I think Lorcana has so much room to grow, because they use Disney characters in original ways and they combine them in different settings where they'd never be in a movie or TV show most of the time. And so that's a really cool idea. And it's something that obviously Pokemon's been doing for a while. I think that Disney Topps could do a lot more of that. I think like the Topps entertainment side could, and maybe it's a licensing thing. I don't know for sure.
Well, they did the new insert, that Japanese insert that they did this year.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's original artwork, right?
Yes. And it's not to say that they've never done it, but it's like, you look at a SIR, a Pokemon SIR, or just an illustration rare in general, and it's like these full art depictions of a Pokemon in maybe a beautiful setting, or battling with another Pokemon, or just some silly whimsical look. And it's like, you know what? Maybe that battling scene was not my go-to favorite card, but the next set that came out a few months later, they had him in Pikachu, leaning up against a tree, and nature, it looks so precious. And it's like, the fact is, I can get the character that I love in the setting that I love somewhere. And with Topps Chrome or just Disney cards in general from Topps, it's like, well, they're cool, they're numbered, but a lot of times it's like, well, the artwork is, maybe it's a little different. Maybe it's a variation of, this is like early 90s Mickey Mouse versus, the modern day, more CGI looking Mickey Mouse. And that's interesting. That's okay. It differentiates at least. But I look at some of the Marvel cards and I'm like, well, some of these poses are very similar to last year, or it's the same kind of artwork. And I just wonder, well, if they were in a different setting, if they were like
give me a scene,
if it was if it was much more focused on that single character, but doing something, looking different aspects of it. And I think that's where it's also very difficult, though, because obviously Pokemon owns Pokemon. They can do what they want.
That's true.
Topps does not own Marvel. They don't own Disney. But if there's a way to work it into the licensing where it's like, hey, we can get approval, but that approval just adds more time and more delays in getting any product out. So I do understand that as well. And that's probably why this new Marvel set that's supposed to be coming out at the end of the year, I'm blanking on the name of it at this moment, but it's a Marvel set that basically incorporates all original art. That's why I think that's taken so long to get out to begin with, is just because they've had to jump through a lot of hoops to get that approved.
To make sure the characters aren't.
Yeah, it's like they're not doing something that the original creators or the people that own Marvel are going to say, no, we don't approve of that, you know?
When you were doing your panel with Gary Vee and Logan Paul, Logan Paul ended up doing an interview for his podcast with Gary Vee.
I saw that, yeah.
And then did you they asked him about his him not being in Gary Vee's product, because Gary had asked him to be one of the
really?
creators in the content
Condor, yeah.
And he said no.
Because Jake Paul is like his brother.
Exactly, and he brought that up too.
Yeah.
And he said no because he's really particular about his image and likeness being on a card, because he's so like into it and he wants to be done right.
So that's
why he said that he hasn't been able to give the go-ahead for the Topps to do any of his wrestling cards, because he's very particular about his name, image, and likeness.
Yeah.
And his poses and everything, because he's so into cards, he just wants to be done super right.
All right, Logan, if you're listening, I'm looking at the camera. Do I look at this camera over here? Logan, just zoom in on me. Get over it. All right. You look great. You're young. You're fit. You got blonde hair. People like that. Let us put you on a card. People want to collect the card. You're fine. Okay. If it was me, it's like, I'm sure I'd have like, oh, wow, that fold should not be there. And oh, that is a bulbous button I don't want to be showing everybody. It's like, okay, let's cut all the drama with some of that. That's just a personal opinion. But Logan, if you're listening, take that and listen and do it. Thank you.
Let's get your rookie card, Logan.
Let's get
that rookie card.
Rip the Band-Aid off. By the way, record One Piece sale. I don't know if you saw this. I got a post.
No, I haven't seen it.
So I believe it came out today is where I saw this. Yeah, it came out this morning. Collectible Guru posted about this. It's the 2024 One Piece Chinese Year 1 World Championship first place Monkey D. Luffy trophy card. It is in a 8x8 display. So there's like a whole display with the card featured in it, and it just sold for $713,000. I am curious, like, what people think about that, because it is a card, but it's in a card in a display that's larger. It's like, does that count as a card? I
guess it would have to, right?
I mean,
it's a trading card.
Like,
I mean, and you can only win it if you're first place winner of the card game.
From 2024.
So it's a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then for that person to actually give it up.
Yeah. I mean,
would you give it up for 700 G's?
It depends on how much it took me to get to that point in my One Piece TCGing career, but probably.
I wonder if he gets like a bat. Like, do they get like a winning? Do they get some money for winning?
Yeah.
And then is that
and plus a card or something like that?
Or do they know it's like, okay, you're going to win this?
Yeah.
But the market's so hot, you can sell it. And then
I would think you get some kind of cash prize or something. But
it's literally like printing money.
The only thing is like, can you grade it? You know, like, can it be taken out of this display? I don't know. Because it looks like it's like behind something
in a slab.
And this is where we get to the point of grading graded cards.
Yes, slab the slab.
Yeah, it's the future, baby. It'll happen one of these days.
I mean, isn't that what the NBA stamp is? NBA sticker is?
Is it? What do you mean? The slabbing of a slab?
No, I'm saying like you're grading the card within the slab.
Oh,
You're
I
see what you're saying. You're grading the slab, but I'm saying like the NBA sticker, depending on what sticker color, if it's gold, it's like, oh, this grade is better than the grade that it got.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So it's like, are we grading the grade now?
Like the patch itself is like better than the relic or whatever piece it is. Yeah. You start getting into like a whole weeds. Yeah, it's best not to even put your mind in there, is my opinion. I did want to mention this as well. So I saw Topps Pop account put out a post about the D23 event happening this year, and Topps is going to have cards at this event.
Did you see the Mickey Mouse and Minnie card?
I did. There's a Mickey Mouse and Minnie. There's a Woody and Buzz, and then there's an Elsa and Anna card. Are you going to get that? Well, the moment I saw it, I was like, oh, well, let me go look. And it's like, I realized, oh, well, the event isn't till, I think, the 13th or 14th of August. So it's still a few days out. I believe it's at Disney World, is my understanding. I could be wrong, but I believe it's at least somewhere in Florida, if not that.
Are you going to Disney World?
No. However, I put an alert on eBay for like first time those cards get listed, right? Because I want to go and buy those cards. I woke up this morning and like 15 minutes before my alarm went off, apparently someone had just listed. They were like, I'm going to the show. I am going to get these cards and you can buy them from me. And I have the first sales of those cards on eBay. They sold them.
You're going to have to send me the listing.
Well, they're gone now. They only had one of each listed. And they sold them at $75 for the Mickey and Minnie, $60 for the Buzz and Woody, and then $70 for the Elsa and Anna card. And so I bought all of them.
All three?
Yeah. And he's just like, I looked too. He's got, I don't know, like 50,000 reviews or something positive.
He's legit.
Yeah. So he's legit. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he's going to this thing. He's going to have these cards and I'll get those cards once he gets them back. I messaged with him and I'm like, hey, you think you're going to get any more? And he's like, well, I've got family coming with me and they're going to get the cards as well. So we're going to sell some more of them. I looked, he's got them listed again right now for $99.99. So there's like there's three of them and you can get them for $300. I don't know if any of these are going to be numbered. I don't know anything about them. But I'm still tempted to go out and buy that other set as well. I don't know if I should. Maybe I should just be content knowing I got those first ones, even though they don't even have them in hand yet. Or I'm buying the promise that they will have them, but
the pre-order almost.
And I don't know how many of them they're going to make. Right? Like maybe these things are worth $20 because they print them to the moon, but I don't think they will.
It's a the Van Gogh Pikachu all over again, right?
Exactly. And they're popular, some of the most popular characters, and it's a D23 event, and they're D23 Topps cards, which we've not had before. So
Facts.
I'm just putting it out there. If you guys want to do something very similar to what I did, just go set a favorite or a alert on eBay where you get notified when they put out a Topps D23 card.
Or if you're going to D23 and you want to sell the cards, please DM us on Instagram or send us an email. We'll probably buy them.
That would also be an option. Because I kind of was surprised. Like I was like, if they were less than $100 when I was first doing this, I was like, oh yeah, it's a no brainer. But even if they're more than $100, maybe still. And I'm really thinking like this, seeing them for $99 a piece, kind of thing. I should just go ahead and pull the trigger on those as well. But I don't know. We'll see.
I really like the Minnie and the Mickey one just because of their poses. Not too. The Buzz and Woody's okay. They're flying in the air.
Yeah, it's like a falling with style type of thing.
And then the Anna and the Elsa, what are they just like
they're
standing
just like back to back?
Other?
Yeah, or side by side or something like that.
Those are iconic characters,
right?
So it's like, come on.
Yeah. So it's still, by the time you guys are listening to this, it's Wednesday the 12th. I think the event has not started yet. I know that, and they are going to be more people doing this. I think this was the first guy to do it, but they'll definitely have more cards listed.
And it's on when is this show?
I'll have to look, but I think it's like at the end of this week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
to keep my eye out. Well, they've already, that's the comp, right? And if those $99 ones, everything else is going to be, they're all going to be $99.
So yeah, it's such a, this is me speculating, right? But it's like, well, why not do some speculation on something that's one of the hottest IPs in the trading card world right now? I'm okay with doing a little speculating on that in that area. Especially when it's coming from Topps, and Topps is the one who's known for putting out the most famous Disney 100 set. So, I think there was something else I was going to mention. So I was bringing over some stuff from the old studio to here. We're still kind of cleaning out a lot of that stuff. By the way, we put out the call on SCN. If anybody is interested in any podcasting equipment, including both recording equipment and video equipment, 4K cameras, it's like 3 4K cameras with lenses. One of them does not have a lens. That you can take that up with Mike, but it's not crazy expensive to get one additional lens. But if you guys are interested in that, plus the audio recording equipment, let us know, because we're looking to move it, and we're trying to make a deal on it for you. So, but when I was over there, I was grabbing some of the stuff off the shelves, and I realized how long it's been since I actually just looked at any of the stuff on those shelves.
You're reminiscing?
Yeah, I was. And what I found interesting was, some of the stuff that I've just left up on these shelves is like, dang, I should be checking some values on this. So 1966 Batman, there's up on the top of the shelf. There's like one card in there that's 66. And then a lot of the other ones are Batman Returns. That card is like in such good condition. It's like the masked Batman. I was like, dang, that's a really good quality Batman card. And I saw this morning, like, there's a 1966 Face of Joker card from that set that just set a record as a PSA 9. I think it sold for $7,000. But it's like, oh, well, those cards are making records right now. And it would only make sense if you're seeing records in the Marvel 1966 Donruss set. Yep. Why aren't you seeing records in the 1966 Topps Batman set? You know, the Batman, the red background Batman is the card to have, obviously, if you are a non-sport collector. And that card is only going up in value. So yeah, when I saw this, I was like, man, it makes me think, time to make sure if I've got anything grade worthy, I need to go ahead and send it off.
Who's buying all this stuff, dude?
I mean,
this makes me
the people that have literally hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars in cards, is astronomical. In sports cards, there's so many of them out there that have so much in value, and it only makes sense that they start leaning over in this way. So there's those people, but then there's just people with disposable income, the crypto bros, the people that have deemed any card to be valuable, whether it was a sport card or non-sport card. They just wanted to try and make some money on it, but they couldn't do that in the non-sport area until more recently, or at least in many cases.
So you're saying it's like new money coming into the hobby, and it's just not like,
well, I think
sports card people are coming into non-sports and then vice versa. So the money just gets
I think some of it is coming from the sports card people. I think some of it's coming from China. I think some of it's coming from people who are just entering the space from their love of Disney IP, you know, and then the same with Marvel IP. It's like, oh, well, I collected the comics, or I collected Disney pins, or I collected something in this area. But now, oh, there's cards. Oh, and they're popular because it's in marketing. Like, there's material about this. Mm-hmm. Well, in large part, that's thanks to Topps. Like, I mean, say what you will. If you love Topps cards, if you hate Topps cards, whatever you want to do, you can't deny the fact that they're bringing popularity to this space right now.
Attention.
And it's bringing up card sets that they didn't even make. But it's bringing up the fact that, oh, well, I never really even paid attention to those cards to begin with because I'm not a card person. But now I'm seeing, oh, well, there's more popularity. There's more value. Maybe I should go ahead and grab some of that stuff. And that's where I think you're seeing people come into the space. It's like they may have been collecting dollars, but they might not have been card dollars. So now you get that money coming in as well. So there's new money. There's other card money, you know, sports cards and TCG cards. And, you know, I think about Pokemon collectors too. Like if we're seeing a dip in one area, we're seeing a dip in Pokemon specifically, but now we're seeing a rise in
somewhere else.
Non-sport. Yeah. I feel like, you know, when it comes to, hey, how do I get from TCG to sports? I think you go to non-sport first.
Makes sense.
Like, I don't think TCGers are just jumping necessarily straight to sports cards, even though they've already done like some overlapping there. They try to, at least in different areas. But I do think you're going to see those people jump into either Lorcana and or Disney cards, or Star Wars or Marvel cards.
I'm the perfect example.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's like with me, these last 3 sets have been super mid.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to invest my money into buying these chase cards or going after this product. And I'm still a collector at heart.
Yep.
I like collecting non-sports cards. Let me look to see what the money that I would be spending on Pokemon cards into something different.
Exactly.
Let me look at the Disney 100s. Let me look at buying an extra box of Lorcana. So I think, to your point, I think that's really what's going on.
And I'm glad you said that, because you are like the perfect candidate for that. And I actually made a note in my non-hobby nonsense notebook, because now Ray got us these fancy gold hobby nonsense notebooks. But in my other notebook, I made a note the other day where it's like, when it comes down to it, like TCG, like we started the show out, Pokemon, the TCG Pokemon market is the king of card collectors right now. Like, that's where the most collectors are. It's where probably the most money is being spent, is in Pokemon grading, Pokemon packs, Pokemon boxes, all that stuff. Well, if the sport and non-sport people want our cards to go up in value, we need more of those Pokemon collectors over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's the lowest hanging fruit in a lot of cases, because you can go out and get you can get collectors of other things to get them to come over to cards. The people that love Disney to come and Disney pins or Disney gear, get them to come and collect Disney cards. Or you get sports memorabilia fans or guys who just love the sport in general or the player, get them to come over and buy sports cards. That makes a lot of sense. But we've been doing that. We've been trying to focus on that a lot already. And now it's like, well, how do we get the Pokemon people to come over? Because I think that is where you also get a boom in our side of the collecting universe, is getting them to take an interest in what we have to collect. Mm-hmm. And like you said, with some mid sets in Pokemon in the last few months, and the fact that we are seeing other people take notice of this market and seeing them not only react positively, but see more brand new people come in, there's going to be FOMO, no doubt. And so it's like, well, let's see if we get some of those people to come over. And it does also make me wonder, like, if the PSA shutdown has caused any of this, like, where it's like, oh, well, if I can't get my cards graded, because they're the ones who are Pokemoners are the majority of people that are grading.
I would actually have to disagree with you on that.
Don't the numbers say that, though?
The numbers say TCG cards.
Okay.
So, back in 2020, PSA shut down back in 2020 as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
To catch up with their backlog.
2021, yeah.
2021. And the same thing is going on. And you see this number where, 50%, 40% or whatever it is, 60% is all TCG cards.
Yeah.
We have to remember that in 2020, 2021, there was no One Piece TCG cards. There was no Lorcana TCG cards. There was no Gundam. There was no all these other TCG cards that people are continuous. There was no Dragon Ball TCG cards.
Yeah.
And there was no Magic the Gathering switching gears to doing collector boosters.
Yeah.
For chase purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That did not exist. So it has expanded, but the majority of them are still Pokemon people that are getting their cards graded.
Sure.
But I would think that because of all these new TCG games being created, that's all being lumped into that. So when people see the numbers, they're like, 70% of PSA's backlog is all TCG cards. We're thinking automatically Pokemon, which is not the case, especially considering how popular One Piece has been.
I do think One Piece makes up a lot of it, or a lot more of it today. Mm-hmm. But I need to see if I can find something that shows, because I think there's stuff out there that shows like, this is what is making up the grading numbers at PSA, like where they specifically say if it's a non-sport, if it's a TCG, and if it is a TCG, what TCG it is.
Yes.
So I need to see if I can find it, because it's hard to argue that without having the data in front of me. But I believe it's still, even though One Piece is having its moment, and then there's another piece that just came out about what is there's the TCG that is tied to League of Legends or no?
Riftbound?
Riftbound. Yeah. So Riftbound, they've been getting a ton of graded cards for that.
Dude, Riftbound is a great TCG game in general.
And so it's like there's that. Of course, there's Lorcana. There's Magic the Gathering. There's
Magic the Gathering and Naruto.
Yeah,
is getting a TCG. They just did a collab with the New York Yankees.
The only thing about all of that is just they're definitely grading them, but I don't think they're grading them in nearly the same numbers as Pokemon.
I agree. And then with the Pokemon game in general, like as a Pokemon collector, especially one that's buying, flipping, looking to, that does Pokemon full time. I mean, that's the play. What are some undervalued cards that I can pick up right now, raw value, that I can flip and grade that I know that's like a low pop, that is hard to grade. And if it gets a 10, it's like crazy X.
Yes.
Like there's that Pikachu card out of the 25th anniversary. It's like a $5 card, but if it gets a 10, I think it's like a $5,000, $8,000 PSA 10.
Oh, really?
So for $5, you spend $20 and get 5 cards.
Yeah.
To possibly, and they used to be like $2.
But the only problem is you can't grade them right now.
You can't, exactly.
I mean, I guess you could, but it's not worth it in a lot of those cases.
But people would do that all day long. They would just go to card shows and be like, I'm looking for this card. Do you have any?
Yeah.
And they'll spend $100 and get, 100 and something cards.
Here's the thing. I went to GemRate. If you guys haven't checked it out before, gemrate.com, they've got a lot of data as far as grading goes. I'm just not seeing anything specific to TCG breakdown. I've seen Pokemon sales trends, but yeah, I would love to find out more about that. So
what are some Pokemon sales trends? Is there like any headlines?
In the month of June, Pikachu is selling the highest. Charizard is next. And then by a wide margin, it's Gengar. So Pikachu is like 18 million. Charizard is 16 million, 16.8 million. So pretty close. And then Gengar is 8.2.
That tracks. Yeah.
Then Mew, then Umbreon.
Yep. That tracks.
I'd love to see more stuff like this. Charizard.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, as a Pokemon Color, like I played, or Game Boy Color, I played the Pokemon Red and started out with Charizard and haven't looked back.
Did you see somebody redid the game?
I take that back. I started with Pokemon Blue, but I chose Charizard in Pokemon Blue. So just to be clear, my favorite color is red. My brother's favorite color my favorite color is blue. My brother's favorite color is red. Are you sure?
Because you've gotten that messed up twice.
I know.
What your favorite color is?
It is blue. Or at least it was. As an adult, do I have to have a favorite color?
What's the color that you like more than any of the rest of them? That is your favorite color.
I guess I'll still say blue because I've always said blue. But at this point, like as an adult,
what's my favorite color?
Purple.
Yellow gold.
Yellow gold. Hobby nonsense. New logo. All right. I feel like is
this one of your new graphic tees that you got on your little Star Wars shirt?
This is not, dude. I got my farm shirt or the t-shirt farm shirts in
the shirt
farm. There we go. I got my shirt farm shirts in.
Which one? All of them?
No, I got 2 of them. I haven't gotten the one where it's like
a pre-order,
the goof troop with Marvel, like the interlay of those 2 genres. I'm not gonna lie, I am nerding hard in these shirts. Like, especially as a big boy in these shirts, like you wear it better. And I think it also doesn't help that I got like a 3X on these and I've been moving down.
I wore 2X.
Well, I was a 4X before and I've gone down to a 3X, which is great. But I really feel like maybe when I get to a 2X, I'll feel a little bit more confident, or at least like when this shirt's a little looser because it's still like kind of snug on the sides.
Snug. Okay.
And I'm not going to lie. It's my wife, Sam, saw it and she's like, so you're only wearing that like on the podcast though, right? Like you're not wearing that around. And I was like, what do you mean?
That's like a wife thing. My wife says it all the time. She was, we were going through my closet not too long ago and getting rid of some shirts. She's like, you need to get rid of these 4 stacks of clothes that are like 12 high.
See, all of this?
These are all wrestling clothes. You need to get rid of half of them. I'm like, I'll get rid of them. They're in a tub in the garage.
Yeah, well, they're not. I mean, they may be out of the closet. You're not getting rid of them. You're not insane.
Getting rid of them. But she's also like, you need to quit buying nerd shirts.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
but they're so cool. All of them, they just keep coming out with cool shirts.
To be fair, it is like kind of unfair when all we talk about is Disney, Marvel, Star Wars, and like, I mean, they don't have any Pikachu stuff that I've seen or Pokemon stuff, but
I have 2 of the Pokemon shirts that they did. I have.
Well, when they're doing so much Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars, and they're then collabing those together, where it's like I've got that Star Wars one where it's like Mickey Mouse is Luke, and then it's like Minnie is Leia, and then it's just got like this layout of them, and then the other one is the Marvel Mickey or Marvel and Goofy, and then it's like Pete from like Goofy movie and everything else is like, he is Magneto. And then you've got like, I think Goofy is Cyclops, and then Max is, I can't remember which character he is.
Yeah.
And it's very cool. And but it's like so hard nerdy when it's like covering the entire shirt, but it's, I mean, print. I'm going to wear it on the shirt. I'll wear it on the show, but I'm working up the courage to wear it. A lot of people
buy them to wear to Disney World.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another place where there's only certain, like a Comic-Con, I'd wear it to that. There's like certain areas where I'd wear it, but like going out, like walking at anywhere. I'm trying to think like where are places I'd feel
you just got to own
comfortable.
it. You have to own it.
Oh, I will. Once I committed, I'd lean into it. But like until that day, I'm working up the courage and just getting rid of some love handles.
Now I know which shirts to wear specifically around Sports Lady.
Yeah, exactly. She's going to love you in those. By the way, I think the update, I just want to put this out there. So Upper Deck has been putting out some great DC sets. Appreciate what you've been doing, Upper Deck. I need to know when the feline collection comes out because the date seems to be updated on it. I'm not seeing like a official release date. It was October, but now I'm seeing a TBD on some sites. So I'm not sure, but I told Jason Shep came on SCN today, and I was like, dude, I texted you over the weekend. I didn't get a response. He's like, what are you talking about? It's like, I need you to put in an order with Upper Deck to get me a case of this feline collection set. And I fully intend on doing a break. I'm not doing a ton, but I'm definitely going to do a break with this. And it's just like, I think I'm just going to sell it by the cat, you know? Like I want a Maine Coon. I'm buying the Maine Coon spot for me.
I don't even know what a Maine Coon looks like.
Oh, it's a big cat. It's a big cat. They're really cool. But like, like the marketing.
What's the grumpy cat? What kind of cat is Grumpy Cat?
I don't know.
Just a regular cat?
Is that the one with the smushed face?
Yeah, no, it was grumpy.
He was grumpy. That's the kind of cat. I can tell you this much: in the 100 card base set featuring 10 different cats from 10 different breeds. That's what we got. So here are the breeds. Oh wait. Oh no. Do they not have a Maine Coon? They have a Maine Coon, baby. They have a Maine Coon. It's mine. All right. When we do the break, just know this.
You don't have any cats.
I don't have any cats now. We did have one.
Have cats?
No. So when my parents split up, my dad never liked cats, but when my parents split up, my mom ended up getting a cat. Her name was Kitty, original. We loved her. She was great. And then when my wife and I got married, our first pet was a cat, Annie. And she was awesome. We loved her.
Was it a Maine Coon?
No, she was maybe just a tabby cat or something. But I've always wanted a Maine Coon because it's like the closest thing to like owning a lion, I guess. I mean, actually, I think there are some.
You could own a lion.
That's true. Here for all of you cat lovers, all of you who are waiting patiently for the 2026 Upper Deck Feline Collection set to come out, I'm going to tease you with the cat types.
Holy crap, this cat's huge.
Right? It's gigantic. All right, so here they are. And I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. All right, so we've got, I'm butchering the first one. Abyssinian.
Oh, this is great content.
Bengal, exotic short hair, Maine Coon, Munchkin, Ragdoll, Russian Blue, Scottish Fold, Siamese, and Snowshoe. Now, I think we can all agree that why would you put a Siamese cat on there? Nobody likes a Siamese cat. I've never heard of anybody.
Only because of Lady and the Tramp.
That's maybe.
They gave Siamese cats bad names.
I'm just going to say it. I don't care for a Siamese cat. Never have that and a hairless. All other cats, maybe,
hairless is weird, man. What about hairless dog? The Cholo.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. It's a Mexican hairless dog.
Is that the one
It's
that's
a
like really
dog breed.
wrinkly?
Yes.
All right, Upper Deck.
He was in Coco.
Upper Deck, I'm going to need the 2027 Upper Deck Canine Collection. I mean, I feel like they did that, right? Like, there's got to be a dog. If there's a cat set, a dog set had to have preceded it.
Cat people are...
Are we saying cat cards came out before dog cards?
At least with Upper Deck.
I don't want to believe it. So we'll continue to keep you updated, as well as the other, I guess, sets that may be more quote unquote popular in the DC universe, and they're doing a few other things as well. So
I bought a bunch of Goodwin Champions boxes over the weekend. I haven't opened them.
Oh, really?
But I'm super excited just to see. I was going to record a video because it's kind of like a non-sports product.
Bill Nye's in there,
exactly.
baby.
Bill Nye. There's a couple other actors. George Lopez is in the product
is he
as
really?
well.
Were you a George Lopez fan?
Dude, come on now.
Okay, so I saw Balls of Fury again for the first time in a long time on
I've never seen
Netflix.
Balls of Fury.
All right, so he's in it, and he's not a great actor. I will say that.
He's a great comedian.
But he's a funny comedian.
Did you see Blue Beetle?
Oh, no, I didn't. Was he in that?
Fantastic
movie. I heard it was good.
Fantastic movie.
Okay, so you are a fan. You're hoping for one of those. I'm hoping for a Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, George Lopez. Of course, I would love a Michael Jordan autograph.
You do? Why?
Yeah.
Jordan?
He was in a fantastic movie called Space Jam.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, Space Jam.
He saved the Looney Tunes from the Monstars.
Bugs Bunny was in that, and obviously Bill Murray, Danny DeVito played one of the. But I always forget Michael Jordan was also in that. Am I saying that right? Michael Jordan?
Yes.
Jordan? Okay. Yeah, I guess that'd be all right. Some people would like it.
Newman was in it.
Before we wrap the show up, I do have to ask you, have you heard anything about your crypto?
It was the 28th, coming out the 28th.
August 28th?
Mm-hmm.
Finally, Jurassic Park cards.
Did you see how big the cards are?
Are they all that big? Are they all big cards?
They're all big.
Wait, none of them are like normal size?
They're small. They're huge. Have you seen some of the, because a lot of them, there were at boxes at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So they're all big cards.
I don't think
and then each box has an auto. So with your boy passing away, R.I.P.
Yeah, Neil.
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill?
Sam Nielsen?
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Is that his name?
Sam Neill. Don't make me say it again.
I don't think you know for sure if that's his name.
Well, I'm being 100% right now. It is Sam Neill. I have confirmed it.
Yeah, so with his autograph being in the product, it's going to be pretty cool.
I would agree. I honestly, if there was a time that anybody... Never mind. I don't want to...
What were we going to say?
I was going to say, if there's a time for anybody to die...
Now is the time for...
No.
Wow, that's bad.
No,
dude.
I didn't. I tried to backtrack and you pulled it out of me.
But
this is on you.
You were thinking it in your heart.
I was not. I was just.
You were thinking it in your heart. You know what?
I said to myself, self, what's a bad thing to think right now? And that's what it was.
I thought I knew you. You get this fancy new studio. And
new studio.
You're different.
By the way, there's Transformers cards coming out.
Made by?
I am trying to find this out. Because
they've had Transformer movie cards before.
Yes.
I think made by Topps.
So this looks to be, this is Dynamite. So
Dynamite is the card brand?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Dynamite. It's in conjunction with Hasbro. I mean, they've got licensing on this. Dynamite Cards is going to be making Transformer metal collectors trading cards.
And this is comic book, cartoon, toy. What do these cards look like?
It looks like cartoon. It looks like mainly all like cartoon from I'm seeing.
Cartoon?
Yeah. From what I'm looking at on this artwork, it looks like it's cartoon, 1980s cartoon. Yeah. I don't know what it is from right now. From what I'm seeing is it's TBD on the date. At least I'm on like the Steel City release calendar. So maybe there's another site that's got a better date on it. But I will say that it's bringing back a lot of nostalgic vibes. And there's going to be blasters with this thing too, which is kind of...
Ooh, I love that. When I went to the card show this weekend...
Oh, yeah. Ray went to
I went to a local card show this weekend. It was awesome. For the first time, I actually saw Lorcana and Topps Disney cards.
All right.
I traded my red Enchanted to someone that had Lorcana cards.
Did you really?
For the Frozo Enchanted card.
Oh, did you really?
Straight up trade.
Dude, I wish when you sent that picture over, I wish I had seen, because a lot of those were cheap. I'm guessing they were not 10s, like the grade worthiness, because they had some of those Enchanteds way cheaper than I've seen on TCG Player. But yeah, I was really glad you went there. I do need to go ahead and just we've talked about this before. It's just Lorcana.
Lorcana.
Yeah.
Lorcana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lorcana. I know it looks like there should be an A in there, but there's no A. Just Lorcana.
Lorcana.
Yeah, you got it.
I also bought some acrylic cases for some of my troves. So
nice.
And I think I'm going to go back and collect the ones that I don't have.
I
have a first chapter. I have Fabled, Wilds Unknown, and a couple other ones. But there's a couple other ones that I have, like 2 or 3 of them that I don't have.
Dude, all right. Jeff Wilson, sports card investor, listen to me right now. Whoever's running your online Cards HQ site, get it together, because they had Lorcana Fabled on their site, and I will admit, they probably mispriced it, because there were they had a booster box that sold for like $100 and something bucks. Those are going for closer to 1,000 right now, just so you know. But they also had the booster box got sold to a guy who gets in breaks, and I think he listens to the pod too. But so he told me right afterward, and I go to the site, and they still have booster packs for I think it was like $10 each or something. And I was like, hey, I'll still take like an individual booster pack, because I think those sell for like $25-$30. We both got our orders canceled and refunded.
Oh yeah.
But since when are we living in a time where it's like, hey, my bad, the customer's always right, let them have it?
They probably don't have the product.
There's also that chance. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I think we talked about this a month or 2 ago. I bought pre-sale off of TCG Player for not Into the Wild. Wilds Unknown. Not Wilds Unknown. It was Vine. Attack of the Vine. Thank you. So Lorcana Attack of the Vine, I bought some pre-sale from a guy on TCG Player, had plenty of great reviews. When it came out, says allocation got cut, didn't get as much as I thought.
Yeah.
You can either wait for a long time or...
Yeah, you gave him an ultimatum.
And I was like, I gave him a little toot. I was just listen.
Yeah.
So...
Is this the same person that wished that Sam Neill would die? This is the same guy?
I never said that. He's already passed, and I hate that, but it's happened, and we have to come to terms with it. So that order got canceled, but I was like, hey, it's okay, because I still have that other Attack of the Vine pre-order that I made on Collector's Corner, I believe is the website. In fact, someone messaged me as well saying, hey, they bought on there because I mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
Did not get my cards from them, and I messaged them with no response, and I messaged them with no response, and I canceled my order with no refund. That would been over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And as of this weekend, I did finally get a response saying, oh yeah, I see that you canceled this. We'll go ahead and get a refund out to you in the next 10 days. So I'm hoping I do get that refund, but I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, don't buy from them, even though they had great prices, and they did eventually get back to me. That was not a positive customer service experience, and or just getting my product in general was not a positive experience.
Do you think they had the product?
I think some people, I checked other people, like I Googled it, and there's Reddits about it. And there's like some people who were getting their stuff and it was just like really delayed. And then other people were not getting their stuff and they messaged, and it was a very similar situation. But the fact that they have had so many people have, it looks like negative situations, but they've still been running business. I'm guessing that they have managed to, I guess, get enough product out to people to where they can say we're not, ripping people off. But overall, it does not seem like it's being run.
So do you feel,
well.
Let me ask you this question. If you had a choice, would you have a bad customer experience knowing that you're getting a great deal?
Or wish Sam Neill was still alive?
Or not get as much of a great deal, have a fantastic customer experience, but you're overpaying?
Am I getting the cards in my bad customer service?
Yes.
Yeah, I do that.
But eventually.
Oh, like I don't know when.
Like you don't know. There's no back and forth. You're in a weird.
Do I know for sure I'm getting them, or is it?
You don't know for sure, but most likely you will. Kind of like my cryptozoic situation.
Yeah, exactly. In this case, I mean, I obviously made my choice which was to cancel that order because I was not getting them in a timely fashion. But I also did not have a lot of confidence I was going to get them at that point. So, yeah, I don't. It's a tough question to answer. All I know is what I would really like is a good to even okay customer service experience. And just communication period.
Communication.
Do I know it's coming? Do I not know it's coming?
You know, poor Brenda's probably answering like 1,000 emails a day, and there's only like that one person answering.
I think there's like a Jimmy that reached out to me over the weekend or something, or Tommy or something like that. I'm just like, listen, bro, too little, too late. I was at least pleasant because I'm like, I haven't gotten my money back yet, so I'm like not trying to ruin
When's the last
anything.
time you met a Jim?
Ooh.
Gyms are getting.
Does it count if they were on The Office or not? If it's fictional. I've met one in the last
person. Jim,
like a
Jimmy.
Are we talking young or old?
It doesn't matter.
Like I know some old, like down here in the South.
Old Jimmy
boy over here.
Jimothy, any of them.
I know a Jimmy. I know a Jim. I know I know a James. Isn't a Jimmy just a James? You know. So there you go. Solved it.
I need James to be more Jimmys.
I need Raimundo, and I can't call you Raymond.
Because that's not my name.
Because it's not your name, but it's also a Ray. You do
then
go
my
by
name
Ray.
would be Ramon.
Oh, okay. Is that what Raimundo or Raymond is? Ramon. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's Jesse? Hesse? Are there
no
Jessies? There's no Jessies. Jacobs?
Jacobs?
Are there Jacobs?
Yeah, there's got to be
Some
a Jacob because that's in the
Hispanic guys
Bible.
with Jacob?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jesse's in the Bible. Son of David.
Then yeah, there's got to be. I got to look at it.
Or David was my son. Excuse me.
Jesse, son of David.
Yeah. No, David, son of Jesse.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at it.
Yeah. So Jesse's in there. So there's got to be a Hispanic Jesse, right?
Oh yeah. If it's in the book, it's in there.
I think it's Hesse then.
I don't think it is, but I'll look.
Hesse. These are the questions that you come to Hobby Nonsense to get answered. That's our show. Next week, I don't know if we've got a guest lined up yet. Oh, wait.
I think it's El Buzz.
Before we finish, what was this collab you were talking to me about? You said it was a Disney, Star Wars,
Lego.
Yes.
So there's been a leak.
Oh,
here's the thing about Lego.
You know,
if you want a good leak, look at any Lego sets that are coming out. So I'm going to give you a spoiler warning right now.
Okay.
That there's already the Doomsday Lego sets out.
I don't want to be spoiled. I hate that. I don't hate, I just hate being spoiled in general. So
just every Lego Doomsday set has already been announced. Then there's some picture leaks out there.
Okay.
So just be it that at you know, if you want to look at them, you can look at them.
View at your own risk.
But this is not a leak. But this is probably the craziest collab that has ever happened.
It's what all is it?
They're making Lego sets.
Yes.
Of Marvel and Star Wars together.
Marvel and Star Wars.
And I'm not saying like Iron Man's going to be on a set with C-3PO.
But you're not
it's going to be like
that.
C-3PO being Iron Man.
Oh, wait. So basically the same thing, just a reverse order. But
it won't be like two people together. It'd be like a mesh of two things.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but that's really interesting.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I mean, like we just got done talking about like how the t-shirt firm, they're not actually licensed, and I'm still kind of confused on how they don't get sued. But yeah, that is really cool.
So like I think they're making a Millennium Falcon set and they're calling it the Iron Falcon.
You know what? It's about time Disney started taking all of these IPs and letting us collectors and or fan nerds have what we want, which is let's overlap. Let's do some fun, cool stuff with them. Why can't Star Wars be in the same universe as Marvel? Or at least another world, like another Earth?
You want me to tell you what the minifigures are?
Earth 1977.
Iron 3PO.
Oh, wow. It is an Iron Man C-3PO? That makes sense. Okay, Iron and yeah.
War 2D2.
Like, is that like supposed to be like
War Machine? Probably. Spider Han.
Okay, so he's the Han. Spider-Man is the Han Solo. For all those who are wondering what is the Marvel equivalent in the Star Wars universe, now we know. So we know Spider-Man is Han Solo. We know C-3PO is Iron Man, and we know R2-D2 is Warhammer. Which I mean, I don't know about that one, but okay.
Captain Alderaan. So they're just giving him a whole planet. I don't know what that's about.
Wait, who's Captain
Alderaan?
Who? Just the planet is Captain
Captain
America? Because it's Captain America, Captain
sense.
Alderaan. That's a stretch. Is Alderaan a person? I don't remember.
Alderaan is a planet.
I know. So
yes.
how is...
So Captain America's a country. So they're saying Captain Alderaan. Yes. And the last one that's leaked.
Don't care for it.
Hulk Baka.
Okay. Yep. Approved on that one. That is really fun and exciting.
And
to think
those
about.
will be minifigures.
Dude, that's going to be collectible, I got to think, unless they just print it or make it to the moon. You know what I mean?
Let me preface, don't go out and buy these like crazy sports board.
Well, you know how I like to do that.
Yeah. I did see a friend of mine just sent me a text this morning. They're the Arcanine Lego set, Pokemon Lego set.
Mm-hmm.
Is for sale at Costco for $20. It's a $100 Lego set.
Why is it so cheap?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. So go to Costco and get
you that Lego set.
Man, that is really, really interesting. I am very Hulk Baka.
Do you think that Chewbacca will be large and green? Or do you think the Hulk will be brown and furry? You know what I mean? Like,
that's
which
a good
which
question.
way are
Where
we going here?
Oh, wow. It's like Hulk smash. We got something?
Dude,
we got
that's
something?
right on.
Smash angry Hulk. That second one wasn't good. What else does Hulk say other than Hulk smash?
That's all he says. Well, it depends on which Hulk. If it's Smart Hulk.
Smart. Yeah, it's just him talking like a normal.
Or do we get Smart Hulk in the new Spider-Man, or do we get Hulk smash?
I don't want to spoil things.
Do I need to watch The Punisher?
I wish I had. I don't know if you have to though. But I had wished I had.
That's on Netflix, right?
That's another thing. Yeah, the Punisher being in this set, like I feel like that card, just Punisher cards in general, well, especially because Marvel Studios included Punisher in there too. I think there's something to be said there.
Who's the actor that plays?
John Barenthal.
So good.
He really is.
Did you hear how he got into acting?
Was he homeless or drugs or? I feel like there's like some
none of that.
Was he in a gang?
No, he was in college.
Uh-huh.
And he went for some sort of sport that he got a scholarship. And he had to take an elective, and they all said, "We'll take acting or whatever. It's like the easiest one." And so the first assignment was like bring an object that like you can show off to the class and like reminisce that means something to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, this is bullcrap." And so he like randomly I think he was a baseball player. So he grabbed his glove and he went up there and he said, "This was the glove that my dying mother gave me." And he told me that I've never quit on my dreams and like all this and that. And then halfway through, he's like, "I'm sorry, guys, I can't do this. I just completely made that up." And then the teacher talked to him afterwards and said, "First of all, how dare you? Because you're making fun of a mockery of what this is.
Yeah.
Second of all, you need to do this.
Change professions."
Yes.
That's really cool. Here's the thing, like in school, I loved being in theater and hamming it up and all that stuff. There was a real part of me that thought I was going to Hollywood.
Over here.
Aslan. It's okay. Is it?
Lord Canna.
Laura Canna is what you mean to say. No, I thought I was going to, when we graduated, I thought there was a real part of me that was like, do I go to Hollywood? Like, do I just try and make it as an actor? Because I'm not a great actor, but I love to do it and it's fun. And I can definitely make people laugh by being goofy and silly.
Well, that's not acting.
Well, I was thinking also like, well, maybe there's like a Saturday Night Live-esque role. And this was also the time where I was like, oh, I think I'm going to try stand up. I think I'm going to try and do
Did you do any kind of like improv classes or anything when you went to college?
No, I didn't.
So
I gave up on that. The moment I left high school, I was like, well, that's not going to happen.
Why?
Because I fell in love with my wife.
You fell in love after high school,
well, no,
or during the 4 years that you went in?
I didn't fall in love with her until senior year of high school, and then it was over the summer that she finally
fell in love with you.
I wore her down enough to where she fell in love with me, and then it was like, well, that's what I'm doing now.
So you threw your whole dreams out the window just to fall in love with your wife.
Look at me. Which camera am I looking at? This one? Worth it. I'm not gonna lie. It was. Well,
you can still do it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. I get to do this. Like, this is like the next best thing.
I think you need to take an improv class.
Well, my daughter did. I signed Charlie. We signed her up for I think it was like a 12-week course of improv classes in Nashville. And she's a ham like her dad, and it took her a little bit to like break out of her shell because she's still like she's 11 to 12 years old when she was doing this. But yeah, she was like on the way home, like at the first episode or the first lesson, we'd be going home. She's like, that was so dumb, because she was doing it with a buddy too, and that buddy is not as much of like a get in front Introvert. Of it. Yeah, like he likes to be silly and stuff, but he like in spontaneous, not pre-planned or anything like that. So he was kind of influencing, I think, some of that thinking. And then the next class, it was just like, yeah, that class was okay, I guess. There were some weirdos, and there's definitely weirdos in those classes. I mean, who's sending their kids to Nashville for improv classes younger than 13? Obviously, weird parents, right here.
People that wear a lot of Birkenstocks.
You're looking at this guy right here. And so, but by the third class, he was like, all right, this is the one. All right, so you just throw out an idea, and then we're going to act it out. Like, because it'd be the two of them in the back seat. And then she's been hooked. And ever since then, it's like, can we watch that Whose Line Is It Anyway? And let's do that thing. Or there's like the College Humor, which is now, I think, Dropout TV, and they do like a lot of like improv stuff too, and we'll watch. Yeah, so there's something to be said, like, well, if I'm not going into it, maybe my daughter. And there's a lot of things like in business and just personal life, I think you get a lot of benefits out of being able to improv or make fun of or joke or laugh about something. And being able to do that is not always something that's ingrained in people naturally. So having that class is a good idea. Yeah, exactly. And who said you have to be born quick on your feet? You can get quicker. I mean, I'm not very quick, but better than I was for sure. So,
what's that song? The country song? Not
Neon
as
Moon?
Good as I was.
You're talking about
better than I'll ever be, or what is it?
Neon Moon. Is that what you're talking about?
That's not it.
Chattahoochee?
That is a great song.
All right, we should end the show. We've got off the rails.
This is what the people want. This is what the nonsensical hobbyists want.
I just want to get a picture of you right now. And then I want to show just how much thigh you're showing right now.
Dude, these shorts are riding up, son.
So high. And it's not even, it's one in particular. Do that again.
Did you see me stand up?
Hang on. First, put your legs back out in front of you, because this is going to be content. Can I post this?
No, don't. This is Patreon content for sure.
Oh, for sure.
If you want to see a little bit of this white meat,
it's listen, bro. I mean, look at us, two guys, short shorts doing a non-sport podcast, and we are off the rails. We should have already ended this, but who knows?
I didn't think that my white thigh will cause you to stumble over there.
I just think that people deserve to know what I am treated to on an episode. So there you go. All right. I think we do need to call it. We end the show.
Okay.
This has been Hobby Nonsense. What are we going to call the people that listen? Well, I think maybe it can be incorporated with our little guy on the logo. You know, we need a name for him. The ideas that have been thrown out, because his eyes are like an H for hobby. You know, that's kind of like the tie-in. Proof didn't get back to us. Proof Nashville marketing, or what is it? Is it a marketing company?
Or something like that. Yeah.
They made this logo. This is not AI or anything like that. They made the logo for us, and we've got a lot of like little figures that we'll be using for different breaks and just posts and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. But he needs a name. You know, he can't just be walking around protecting the average collector without having a name. So we got to figure that out. Some have said Poppy, because we do the Poppy Awards.
I like Poppy.
But he doesn't. Poppy's a female name. This is a Popo.
Really?
Popo?
He could be female.
But the H also almost indicates an H name too.
Oh, like Henry?
Or
Harold?
Maybe Harold, I think, is what BJ might have thrown out there. Or Herbert.
Herbert. I like Herbert.
Herbert the hobbyist.
Herbert.
Either way, if you guys come up with any good ideas, throw them out there in the chat, in the DMs,
throw them
wherever.
in the DM, throw them in the chat.
And
we'll
next
have
time.
So we're doing the PokeFest again. So if you guys want to come and meet Jesse, meet myself, meet Funkle.
Yeah, make your plans now.
Make your plans now.
September.
We will have some stickers. I might have some hats.
We do need to start looking into merch now that we've rebranded, because we've held off on getting some stuff because of the fact that we knew we were going to get the new logo and the new branding and all that stuff. So now that we've done that, we are proud black gold hobbyists, and we need to now let you guys show that off in any way you want to, whether that's just in a sticker or if we had like a hat or a shirt. I think that'd be really cool too.
Yeah.
Plus, it makes it a lot easier to stand out in a crowd, which I know a lot of us want. You know, we're tired of being overlooked. Let us rise.
Come on, let us rise.
And until next time, we wish you all the best. Thank you, guys.
And remember, collect what you like.
Yeah, bro.
NFL football season is here, which means when you switch to Verizon, it feels like touchdown, because you get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us when you buy an eligible 5G phone on select unlimited plans, which means you can watch every out-of-market game every Sunday afternoon, and it's all on us. Now that's the Verizon way to kick off the NFL football season right. Switch and get NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube on us, only with Verizon.